Just took season 6 of the Kolosseum with the wake-up fatal blow. Who would have thought? Kakoi.
God, my God, and El Kakui will take this tournament now. He will be on enough in the mighty unjust down. And now gets God. Kakui is going to be the third-time Kolosseum champion. Season number 1.
Welcome back to the Kolosseum, presented by pixelpro.io. Empower the creators.
Two, three.
Test 1, 2.
Test,
check?
test. Check, check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Looks good. Looks good to me. Okay, now our
Let's
bad.
do it again.
It is Kolosseum Custom.
I don't know how that happened.
Rewind time. We have full hourglasses and we have 1 bar armor.
Welcome back to the Kolosseum, presented by pixelpro.io. Empower the creators.
Now we're talking. Welcome back to the Kolosseum, everyone. It is week number 2, and it is Pools Night, baby. And I have a very special guest here. He has been doing this for a long time and taking me back all the way to the very first time I commentated in any sort of capacity was with this man back in 2013. That's how far back we go. He's keeping offlines alive right now with MKNJ. My guest tonight, Mr. Darth Arma. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you so much for having me on here. And what a delight to go back in time and really think about how long we've been doing this and how many years of our life that we've, given to this passion. And I love it, man. Like those 8 years ago were like some of the best years of my life, and I would never give it up for anything. And happy to say you were a part of that. And I just love seeing familiar faces anytime I look at these brackets that are literally happening like a decade later.
Seeing Wound Cowboy's name in the bracket today.
Yes.
What the heck?
Yes. I love it. I love it. Nobody could. I know we got Kenshi players now in MK1, but you guys don't have shit on Wound Cowboy when it comes to downplaying. Like, let me tell you.
What's crazy is he is still on. He's still that guy. Pissing me off daily seeing him downplay Quan Chi. Come on, man. Hiding behind that portal, just swinging all willy-nilly without a single risk in the world. He was push blocking into full combos back in Injustice. What a scumbag, Arma. Arma, don't even get me started, man. Push block combos.
It's all out of love. It's all out of love. And yes, push block combos onto Sinestro's trait. That was quite a tournament. I don't think I've seen NRS patch something so fast.
Yeah, that was out of there pretty quick. And he was also part of like one of the greatest money matches of all time, where someone had to change their name for an entire year.
Yes.
We'll look up that one real quick. But yeah, we're getting into all kinds of shenanigans tonight here. But guys, tonight is week number 2 of the Kolosseum. It is an open bracket. We're back to double elimination, full point structure here, where everyone in top 32 is going to be getting points over these 8 weeks. We are in week number 2 here. We'll get this first match on stream. It's going to be Parsa HP going up against Melon FGC, which is a first-time name for me. I'm really excited. But let's take a look at where we currently are in this, and let's take a look at the results from week number 1, the standings.
Yes, check it out there.
This is why everyone saying Buff Quan in the chat is about to be silenced. Arma.
Tell me who is number 1?
Number 1. Numero uno.
I know it. Mari. So good. And it's just incredible to see everybody really try to start with their best foot forward. These characters, I know there's a lot of talk about who's super strong, what characters dominating the entire meta, and that this is like guest meta, but look at the diversity here. I just want to point out, see a lot of diversity, see a lot of characters that we're used to seeing, but I also see some characters that we're not so used to seeing. Big shout outs to Natara and Smoke.
Full Auto, another name from back in the day, and he showed up out of nowhere with Natara Darius, of all things, to have hidden up your sleeve after being away for a couple of months. You come in with Natara Darius swinging with 50-50s going into 500 damage like that. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, no, it is nuts. I feel like that character is very high risk, high reward, but if you've got the right mindset, you got the right way to, the right know-how, and you really test yourself, like you can make that character work so much for you. It's amazing to see it. And again, I just love seeing the character diversity. Also big shout outs to Mist, who's currently standing in 4th place, who just won, I think, the last like 3 or 4 MKNJ weeklies over here. Yeah, no, he's super. Let me tell you, you don't know what Tilted is until you see Just Measy losing to Mist in grand finals over and over and over again. And they're bros, like they love each other, but it's hard not to feel a certain way when Homelander just converts from Pharah, grabs you by your throat, throws you in the corner, and you literally never leave because you're just guessing after guessing after guessing. So very fun to see that interaction. Also fun to just get your ass kicked by Mist in real life.
And so,
in real life, in an offline setting. It's great.
So this was the top 8, but let's go and take a look at what happened overall, which was, again, top 32, get points, and I dramatically changed the point system. And it's a really big test because I hate almost every point structure system in the. That's not right. What the
It's,
fuck?
Technical
That is
difficulties.
That's a blank image right there, guys. That's a. Is that on me?
Look,
Do I need to override that? All right, give me a second on that. New button right
So-
there.
Yeah. So Aquaman's gonna be playing with his buttons
Whoa,
and
whoa, whoa,
knobs.
whoa, 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 whoa.
You know what I mean. You know, just start fiddling with things until it starts going. No, that's not.
No.
no.
No. Because here's the thing. That is
No.
exactly how it works here. Because because go to it right now, Rick. Watch this. Watch the power of this button. Standings. Also, shouts to those graphics here. They're so. Oh my.
No.
All right, never mind.
Sorry.
Lag right to everyone's face on
No.
that one.
I'm hurt. That's okay.
Is that pulling from what it should be pulling from? We're gonna live test this here live, guys. Just
Yeah. So
Give
so
us-
basically
give us 1 second
somebody
here.
dared us to test this
Something-
live, and we're like, you don't think we're gonna test this live? Like, we absolutely will test this live and make
Oh, yeah.
sure that we're gonna
we
screw
have
it up.
no. It should be that one on the right. Oh wait, what?
All right. So well,
Oh.
okay, we're getting through.
Oh,
We're,
okay.
it sounds like you're finding the right knob to press. Twirl, twist, bop,
Okay, I'm afraid, but I'm gonna try it. Which is what she's. Never mind.
bop it, twist it, pull it.
Pull it. Oh, there it is.
We found it, guys. We found it.
Just like
Ladies
that. Top
Ladies
32.
and gentlemen, we got him.
Like Arma said, all I had to do was play with some buttons and get her done. But there are the current standings. Top 32 get points. And like, and like I said, a dramatically crazy point system in that if you look at the guys that got just outside of top 32, right?
Mm-hmm.
They still get a significant amount of points in comparison to everyone else. That's 25 points. Most point structures give you like 5 or 10 points down there at the bottom. And we are, I made that spread nice and thin this season around. So there's our current top 32.
You know, it's really fun to see, you know, who gets into, you know, that finale, who qualifies in there, like, you know, barely. And then it really comes down to just who is the best on that day. Like, we've seen players, like, just not feel it, not play optimally, you know, certain things are dropping, and, you know, all it takes is just that one good day to be a champion, that one good day to take the entire prize and just, you know, say you were the best this entire season, and just, you know, cement yourself into this hall of champions. It's really an honor for those who can really hold it.
And we're 10.
That's a tough thing to do.
We're 10 seasons in, and only a few have been able to do it multiple times, and it's only been the twins from up there in the Northeast. El Kukui and Mighty Unjust are only multiple-time champions. El Kukui, a 3-time champion, the defending champion here. Mighty Unjust hasn't signed up for the first 2 weeks, so is already quite a bit behind. Points-wise, if he wants to try to make another run. And invites should be out for this first match. Parsa, you should have gotten an invite.
Go Parsa. I know you're a big fan of your son. You taught him
Yes,
everything he knows.
This is one of my children right here, guys. If he wins, I taught him everything he knows. If he loses, he's a disappointment, and I don't blame him.
I don't know that guy.
That's
I don't
life.
know that guy. I don't
That's
know
life.
him. Here's a bunch of pictures of you guys together. You're standing next to him at a party. No, I don't know that guy. I don't. No, super good player. You know, and it's really amazing to see how fast people can learn in like modern day fighting games, just because there's so much information out there. There's so much access to things like VODs, player guides, like character guides, and it's just overall just like being a part of a community and just like talking with people and learning. Like, we're so connected in today's world versus, like, I don't know, think about like trying to play fighting games, you know, 10, 15 years ago, like how much harder it was to get information out there. And, you know, it's weird because it's kind of like a trade-off. It's like easier in some ways to be good at fighting games, but
Yeah.
the competition is so much fiercer these days. There's more to play for. thus like people are more willing to devote more time, more, you know, mental fortitude. Like it's really taxing, but it's tough, man. But I just love seeing how fast people can learn in today's world. But we are trying to get the matches, or we're trying to get our match ready to go. So please bear with us. But yeah, it's always, you know, me and Mr. Aquaman. Can I call you Mr. Aquaman? Is that still okay? Maybe.
Yeah.
All right. We've been talking about how long we've been around in, you know, the community, and it's just even like thinking back 12 years ago, like, or even a little bit more, like MK9 literally did not have frame data in the goddamn game. Like, you press start and there was nothing there. It didn't tell you anything other than if that move hit overhead or if it hit low or mid, and you're just like, cool, what about anything else? It didn't, like, nobody, and like, if you look back at those days, like strategies and like top level play didn't, it took so much longer to be the final product, you know, if you will. And not necessarily saying because it was deeper or more shallow, but I think it just took a lot longer for people to find like optimal combo routes.
Yeah, absolutely. Now people are optimal with a character within the first week that it comes out.
Immediately. Like it's I don't think it's anything like crazier in terms of like the game being like that different. Like I think it's just there's more eyes on your game.
100%.
There's more people playing and more people talking with each other as they're playing the game. Like you could have a million people playing your game, but if everybody's like in their own box, they're not talking to each other, they're not learning and building off of ideas, and it's not going to be as solid as if everyone was together and trying to build. And you know, you see that all the time. You see that when people share tech. You see that when people are trying to train other people. Even now, like being able to go into like your friend's Discord, watch them, you know, stream, whether they're streaming on Twitch or streaming privately to just their Discord, you could still watch and coach. And whether that's like during a tournament set or if they're just, you know, trying to figure out a matchup, trying to get games in a certain matchup, like it's so easy to help and it's so easy to get help. And I think a huge step is to be a part of the community, to, you know, just either play with people who play the same character as you or play the people that you just like hanging out with. It's awesome.
And it's one of the best ways to get inspired too is by going out there and just seeing what other people do, right? And then you're inspired to either try something else, have a different approach. You truly never know. As we get into the very first match here, let's go! Whoa! That Ermac helmet came in absolutely hot. Parsa rocking the noob Cybot Janet, a very popular pairing. These are two very popular Janet pairings. As it's really picking your poison when it comes to Ermac, or really both these characters, of full cash out damaging sequences or quick reset attempt sequences to try to almost full life the health bar away. These are explosive, very utility heavy characters with everything comboing into Janet.
Yeah, I feel like the Janet cameo is one of those cameos that's not really going to help you in neutral, but it's just going to let you optimize that, like, you know, that wake-up attack is going to do so much more. That throw conversion is going to do so much more than, you know, without it. So, you know, you kind of, it's kind of like you're loading up the cannon and ready to make sure that it's going to hurt so bad once you do find that opening. Jumping over the other side. I don't know if I agree with the jump into the corner, but that's okay. We threw him back and towards the corner, so we're just hanging out. Ooh, good punish there. Just immediately pressing buttons, ducking under that throw. The down two. I'm not sure if it was like a last-second decision to not use the 2 bars, but that was definitely like a 2-bar, you know, use opportunity. Are you gonna go with the breaker? Oh, just like that, 3 bars gone. So a slight moral victory, if you will. You know, even though you didn't win the round, you bringing your opponent to the brink of like, okay, I might lose the round. I have to spend these 3 bars. That feels good going into the next one. Good stuff. I don't think he thought that it was going to be active, or I don't think he anticipated it not being active there.
What a start for Melon here. And as I said before, I think it was live, I was like, man, this is my first time hearing this man's name in a bracket here. And already off to a great start against someone who's had some great success in the last couple of years competitively in Parsa. It was the noob Cybot even back in MK11.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, Parsa was always like playing with a lot of different characters during MK11, like at least from what I remember. But I feel like not so much. It feels like it's almost a little bit more serious when it comes to MK1. Okay,
oh, yeah.
Challenging afterwards. Nice up block. That's a huge call out, but didn't actually like fully capitalize here. Not really sure what was, if it was like a jitter because you know you're so low on health.
Oh,
yeah.
What a situation is that, you know, might do a little bit of mental damage where you're like, oh, I had it, I just didn't believe in it enough to follow it up.
I didn't think he was going to get hit by that, so I wasn't ready for what was happening next. But definitely ready this last round. As soon as I say that, literally drops the Janet conversion. 3 bars. We're talking about MK9, so I'm thinking 2 bars to break. 3 bars coming off that meter. Nice conversion. Gonna set up the bubble. It can pop at any moment, so you got to be a little careful. No throw attempt, but did get, I would say, I would consider that a shimmy. Maybe thought that something was going to happen, or maybe thought it was their turn after a potential stagger, but ooh, easy punish. Love it. The up block getting baited out with that neutral jump. And Barsat bringing it back. You know, it was a tough first round, but you know, we adapt. We figure out, you know, things that are happening, why you're losing.
Adapt, evolve.
That's it.
Something like that.
Which Geras voice was better? Was it MK11 voice or was it the MK1 voice? Did you know they changed voice actors?
No, I didn't actually. I definitely assumed it was the same dude.
No, it's the guy who did Kodal. He does Geras in MK1. But he did not do Geras in MK11.
No, that can't be right.
I'm positive because I remember seeing. No, it was no. Phil Lamar only did it in MK1, and I think because
I love Phil Lamar, but I'm gonna say MK11 was better.
Yeah, he was good. I think that guy only did Geras, where like Phil Lamar does so many different voices.
Yes,
like he's good at a lot of them. But
I would have thought that Phil Lamar was Aquaman, not me.
Yeah, no, that guy is so talented. It's very weird.
As well.
Very weird every time I watch Pulp Fiction, seeing his you know, head getting blown off. But because he's done like so much since Pulp Fiction, like in the voice acting video game world.
I knew him from Mad TV.
Oh yeah. That guy, he does everything. He's literally that's crazy. He must have like.
He was also Hermes Conrad in Futurama.
Yeah, every time I hear Kotal Khan, I hear Hermes Conrad.
It's Hermes, exactly. Yeah.
and also the native Martians from Futurama sound like
yeah. He also did like 40 of the other side characters probably per episode there.
Definitely.
Getting their money's worth. And Parsa getting his money's worth. Oh my goodness. DLC pay to win? I didn't say it.
I mean, yeah, you definitely said it. I mean, it's either pay to win or, you know, just I don't have any options. It's usually never somewhere in between. And I guess that's all I'll say. All right, starting up right in his face, backing off. So I feel like the Ermac pressure is one of those things where you have to kind of, I feel like sitting back and doing nothing is not the answer to Ermac. I feel like you gotta like constantly either like challenge with armor, challenge with down ones, or just try to kind of jump out and get out of that situation, get out of that pressure. But whenever it's like close up or mid screen, like it's so hard to contest with that. Yeah, this is someone trying to squirm out of there at last second to just get away, try to get a better screen positioning. And you know, I really love this by Melon, is just kind of to not let him get that position, to not let him, you know, get the back throw or the jump out, and just stay relatively safe with all your approaches. Got a breaker this time. Ooh, overhead. Yeah, this
Stagger
is
City from Barca right now. Melon is holding it. Finally gets a straight hit though. Gets the confirmation this time. And are we seeing the damage? Yes. Teleport back. See if they cash out. No, the drop.
a huge drop, and Janet's just sitting there. I love the look of struggle from Janet. She's just like, come on.
This
Just
is like
walks away.
It's a worldwide Gento combo drop fest because if anyone watched Brussels earlier, every Ermac dropped every single Gento combo. I don't understand it. Every single one. And the curse.
The nerves.
Still alive here, but wait a second. Execution crisp this time around. Trying to throw so early though. That was scary.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it was early or if he was just a little too far away. I kind of hate that throw animation, to be honest. Like, nothing gets under my skin more than that throw animation.
Ooh. I believe. Oh my goodness, got a leap over Janet. That was unbelievable. He did the right thing. Honestly,
clearly.
He did the right, well, it didn't work, obviously, because it didn't work. But
yeah,
in most situations, that's exactly what you want to do. He just had the jump arc of the gods, apparently, and Zeus blessed him a little bit with a little bit of air under his feet.
Yeah,
because I've jumped into this Janet like 10 times in a row against Parsa.
Yeah, and it's also I feel like the idea too by Melon was to, all right, he's gonna sit there, so he's gonna block this and then block Janet, and that should be enough because he didn't have any meter for the last breath mechanic to kick in.
Oh my god, that Shao looks so fucking good. I'm gonna say it out loud. And is it 2-0 Parsa?
Yes, 2-0 Parsa.
So it would seem to the
2-0 your son. Right now he's your son. If he gets reverse 3-0'd, you don't know him.
Round 1. Fight.
Poor Parsa. Gotta fight for daddy's love. Don't we all? Slightly negative. Now those the knee animations from Shao is really what you have to kind of know the difference between whether it's like the special move or just that regular string, because one's super safe and one is super not safe. Going right in your face with crystalline armor.
Look how menacing those boots are on General. Alone.
Okay, how does he move with all that around his shin, with all that shin guard?
I feel like that would be an arc where he like takes him off and his strength increases by like 20%, like Piccolo's helmet. They weigh so much.
Those are huge. There's no way, and they're not moving either, so they're solid. Like that's not.
Dude, they are. Look at them.
It's not made of cloth. Like that is. You are not kicking those shins in. Oh, getting whiffed, punished. Okay, make it hurt.
Swing with big limbs, and this is the price you pay sometimes. Full setup. This is a good knockdown here.
Yeah, I feel like that's up blocking in that scenario is a very big habit that I'm seeing here. I think Parsa needs to capitalize off it if the set does go on any longer. Ooh. Nice block the overhead, so it didn't get opened up. I love the patience from Melon, just kind of waiting it out. A lot of people love to try to interrupt between Noob and his shadow, and then you just don't hit anything. Oh, that could have been so bad. That could have been so bad if he came down with a different button. Love the aggression. Love the aggression to make sure he's blocking. Challenge that down one. Interrupting that space attempt. That's super plus, actually. That molten lava from Tremor right in the corner. Super plus.
With 3 HP to his name, that was a scary startup right there, or a scary whiff of just the very first game for Maxless Shao. Luckily, it continues to advance all the way through that string. Otherwise, Parsa was about to try to make a miraculous comeback happen. He had the resources, certainly, and now we got ourselves a match.
Yeah, man. I mean, you have 3 bars to spend. That's utility. That's you being able to convert into your launcher from pretty much anything, and then having access to the fatal blow. That usually means you're getting rid of at least 40%. And Shao did not have that much health remaining, so that could have easily gone to a round 3. So I think Parsa just kind of needs to readapt. Maybe this is just a better matchup for Shao, or a better matchup than that specific Ermac. Seems very, very confident in the hands of Shao.
Before freezing me out. Round 1. Fight.
Backing off and just trying to catch him whiffing here. And that's the thing with Xiao, like his buttons have such great range. He just doesn't have like the fastest mids in the world. So I feel like you're either dealing with Xiao at full screen if you've got projectiles like Noob, or you're just trying to deal with him like straight up, like right in his face, and just trying to be brave and challenge everything. Skeptical breaker, I'm gonna be honest. That was for me, that would have been a little too late. I would have been thinking about the next round, even when you are down 2-1. But at least he gets another bar instead of just being completely out of resources. All right, pushing forward, moving on, and just continuing that pressure. And that's what I'm talking about. That molten lava, that forward shot from Tremor, literally locks you down. And last game kind of tested the waters in that sense of like, does he know he can't move after this? Oh, he does. Here comes the mix-up, the overhead, the low, or you could go up and throw, or you could go up and very late shimmy. I love the spacing, just going in and out of that. And he didn't quite get there in time to punish that down 3, but just being aware that that's kind of where you have to play. I love this super aggressive Tremor play in the corner. Oh yeah, we do get a side switch either way. Big bubble blowing up. Never mind. We never got there. Never got there. Nice anti-air. Love it, love it, love it. And it's so scary to anti-air a character like Xiao just because stand jump in 2 exists and it reaches so far away, but that probably wasn't a block bait, so it was probably an empty jump from Xiao. Double down 1-ing in this economy? You're gonna double down 1 in this economy? There's no way. There's no way you feel like that's okay to do. There's no way you don't feel dirty doing that. Oh, love it. Love the mix. The rolling ball, the rolling bowling ball coming in to just kind of apply more pressure, apply more mix-up. And, it's one of those cameo moves that just loads up so quickly. Like, it's literally already back. I love the awareness here to know that once you hit Noob Cybot before that puddle comes down, you don't have to worry about it anymore. Are we going to Fatal Blow? Do we even have to? The corner didn't matter. Didn't screw up that combo one bit. Mistaaquaman, we got a game number 5.
The game, there's no way. This switch to General Xiao, sorry, fixing some of the DQs on the bracket throughout this one.
Totally get it.
If I'm quiet in these first few matches, it's because we're also doing double time on the bracket, but boy, am I loving what I'm seeing out of the corner of my eye right here, which is the General putting in the work with Tremor behind him. This is a very menacing team right now. This is a boss team. Look at the HP. Look at the size of them. Look at those boots. As they come in, hit you with a low hit confirm, going to be plus on block anyway. Have a nice day. Night, night.
Yeah, I feel like that last call out there was specifically a neutral duck from Parsap, feeling like the throw is coming, especially because of like how confidently he just kind of walked in on him. And Parsap switching it up to Havoc. Like, you got a last resort character, so do I.
Why not?
Havoc, I feel like, is one of those characters that you apply. You apply the bullshit, you apply the offense, and you have to see if your opponent can deal with it, and then just like slightly adapt. But like, I feel like in most Havoc matchups, he's the one that's like constantly doing things. He's the one that has access to these multiple hitting armor that can just come out of nowhere. The mix between, am I going to go crazy and do this unsafe low at any time, or even just the mix applied with the back 2-2 string, between grab and, just like the low that goes into Nevada. Well, both these players are respecting so much. And, that's when you got to get a little crazy. Gonna go right into the low pickup here, and Not gonna look good. He didn't commit. He didn't commit. We saw that before earlier in this set where like it was just like good jump in and like the rest just didn't come out. Like he didn't believe. I feel like he didn't believe there. Good challenge. Again, these scoops are destroying Melon right now. Like these scoops are destroying him. And think about it. Every time he goes for that scoop, it is so dangerous. It can get blocked, full combo punish, and we all know Xiao really hurts. The double overhead. The opponent jumps in, you think they're going to land on the ground, but instead messes with the air trajectory, stays up in the air, and meets him with a second overhead. Let's go. Wake up knee. Didn't get armored out, so we are able to convert into fatal blow as it drops, as it drops, as it drops. What a heartbreaker. What a heartbreaker.
Oh my goodness.
I think a normal didn't come out. It was way too late. It was way too late for that fatal blow to convert into anything. That was a little scary, a little upsetting, I think. But that was in that final game. That was all Parsa, like super in control. Yeah, not sure. Maybe it looked like he might have actually hit it too low. Because I did see the normal and that last little, that disgusting move to just go overhead into overhead again. And it's, you think it's over when he's not on the ground. You think that there's no mix-up option, but he has it. How strange is it that, the air cancel into an overhead when you're not expecting it launches, and it's the same thing for, the scoop when you're on the ground. That goes the other way. That goes low and launches. Like,
and shout
just
to Melon who goes right to the chat and goes, took this dude to a game 5. That was fun. GG's, man.
Hell yeah, that's what it's all about, man. It's about having fun, and I feel like a lot of times it's people forget what it's about. And I try at our MKNJ weeklies that we host in New Jersey, if anyone's around in the beautiful state of New Jersey. We promote fun. This is what it's about. It's about coming together as a community. It's about being part of a community and just enjoying playing side by side, playing with people, meeting people, talking about stuff. And it's just such a refreshing break from just being at home and playing on your own, or having the headset on to get out there, meet some friendly faces. It's a very inclusive community, and if anyone's in the area, would love to meet you. And I know everybody in our group, everybody who comes out to the weeklies, they just want to see it grow. They want to see it get bigger. And we love our game despite what's going on with any more DLC coming out or anything negative about the game. I will confidently say that we are still getting together as a community, as friends, and just enjoying playing Mortal Kombat. Also, like, I know we're literally in the middle of an online tournament, but for me, like, playing this game offline, it feels so right. Like, I feel like I can see things. I feel like I'm actually playing neutral, and I'm not like just doing this like crazy scramble into just whatever. So and it could be because I'm a dinosaur. It could be because I come from an era where the netcode was bad, and maybe I'm still like a little shell shocked from that. But not only do we run our MKNJ weeklies out of Cedar Grove, New Jersey's Gamers Grove on Friday nights, we also collaborate for Hometown Brawl on Tuesday nights in Bloomfield, New Jersey. So if anyone's in North Jersey, either Cedar Grove or Bloomfield, New Jersey, there's a brand new arcade. So these are the majority of these games are run by Iron Grid. I personally go there and run Mortal Kombat 1. And this venue's cool because it's in an arcade that just opened up less than a year ago. It's an arcade that has everything on free play. Part of your venue is giving you access to playing a lot of modern pinball games, like the new Dungeons and Dragons that just came out, Stranger Things. I'm a big pinball nerd, so I love playing pinball there. But they also have a full selection of arcade games, including UMK3, Tekken 3, Street Fighter 2, House of the Dead, rail shooters. I'm just trying to name games that I love playing when I'm over there. Crazy Taxi, Final Lap, really, really fun. And if you guys also play Tekken, Street Fighter, or City of the Wolves, they do run those tournaments there on the same night, all in the same place. And this arcade also has a bar if anyone likes to drink beer and play Mortal Kombat offline. I know I do. That's like my favorite thing about my Tuesday nights are awesome. My Tuesday nights are awesome. I'm at the arcade. I'm playing games for free. I'm playing Mortal Kombat 1, and I'm having beers with people I love playing Mortal Kombat 1 with, and it's just always a great time. Oh, and DDR. If you get me drunk enough, I will try to play DDR in front of everybody, and it's a fun time. It's a fun time every Tuesday night.
Fantastic.
Dude, it's great. It's a really cool venue.
If you are in the Northeast area, please check out these events. MKNJ as well.
Yes, MKNJ, Hometown Brawl. We got a lot going on. I usually try to update everybody on my Twitter. So if you are in the area and you are trying to get games, you're trying to, play Mortal Kombat. Look, I've had people come to Mortal Kombat New Jersey from super far away. Like, I'm talking King Gambler hitting up Mighty Unjust. Hey, can I stay at your house so I can go to MKNJ because I gotta go to this. I gotta go to this fucking offline tournament. And that was during MK11, and we also had a huge pot bonus for Injustice 2. And King Gambler got like second or third in Injustice 2. It was awesome. It was great. And it was just like, you have so much talent in this area between New York City, New Jersey, and all the other surrounding states. People come from Pennsylvania, from Delaware, because there's something in the water in Delaware that makes super good players for some reason.
There's something in the water there, man. Hey, real quick question.
Tell me.
I got invited to a scrimmage King of the Hill. Is that a good or a no-go King of the Hill? I can't remember.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't remember if it's a good thing or a bad thing or not. I'm gonna
say I don't know. Maybe the chat knows what's the difference between the scrimmage King of the Hill.
Yeah, I'm gonna be safe and have him change to Forever King just to be safe. I completely forgot. That's probably a right one though. That's what.
You know what I just thought of? You know how we have a player named Forever King? I feel like nobody really knows which one came first. Which one came first? Was it Forever King the player, or was it Forever King the option in Mortal Kombat? When did they add that? They added that in Injustice 2 or Mortal Kombat 11?
11.
It was 11.
And I want to say that it's an homage because this man was one of the first to run like King of the Hills and online in MK9.
MK9, dude, he was the
Xbox. He was the Xbox leaderboard #1.
Sweaty. That is reason. Was he? I think Forever King was like 18, 19 or 17.
He was a kid.
He was like maybe 17 when MK9 was like out.
Just a little pup.
Little pup. Now he's a big pup. Now he's got his name in the credits for MK1. If anyone knows that.
Yeah.
What's his government? I can put his government out there because he's in the credits.
No,
right?
come on.
I mean, there's only four names.
Yeah,
there's only 4 names on there. But yeah, I mean, hey, I think that's worth putting your government name out there, being there, cemented in history. So big shout outs to the Forever King and Burrito Voorhees. Those are 2 other dinosaurs that I'm also excited to see every time I look at these sweaty brackets.
Speaking of sweaty, this next match is insane. I've been holding it on stream. We are going to see buffed Sub-Zero.
Yes.
Going up against Hourglass of Rain. It's going to be just Measy versus Hourglass of Rain right now. Oh, I forgot the AFK. I have to beat you up. I have to beat up the streamer. I'm so sorry.
All right. That's okay.
Yep.
So if it's a Forever King, you gotta... Okay. We're good.
You gotta lose a couple times. Okay. All right, cool. That's fine. That would be a little quicker, yes.
All right, we're trying to figure it out.
Oh, wait,
Hourglass-
hold. Meezy AFK?
Meezy, can you go AFK, please? Come on. Please. Pleasey Meezy.
Oh, no.
All right.
No. Guys, my bad on this. You can
It's-
just reinvite me. Hourglass. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Help. Somebody said help. Why are you talking over here? Like, we still can't hear you. We can definitely still hear you.
Can you?
I definitely heard you telling Hourglass to reinvite you, so I'm
Guys,
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure everybody heard that.
That's very rarely do we just completely mess up the King of the Hill, but that was on me. I should have AFK'd before a certain process of that. Yep,
You were just
It's on me.
Wait, you were way too into it. That's it.
it's on me.
He's just so excited for today's bracket.
Oh no, now they're stuck in it. Oh god.
Buffed.
Yep.
So does that mean we're gonna miss the first match, or do they know? Do they not know?
No, they know. They know. I take full responsibility.
That's okay. I want to talk about Meezy.
I will put some extra money into the season later. I promise.
I want to talk about
for every little mistake. But go for it. Go for it,
I
Armand.
wanna
Talk
talk
about this man
about-
because not a lot of people know about him.
No, so Meezy, this is his first this is his it's definitely not his first MK, but this is his first going out to events and trying to compete and go to offlines and compete in pro comp. The first offline event he went to was actually our MKNJ weekly, a few weeks after we started it up. This was back in no, it's definitely not March, February of 2024. And I want to say I was either his first or second opponent. And I was just like, Sub-Zero, this character sucks. This character is bad. And Meezy mopped me up and just never stopped coming to MKNJ weeklies. He's I know Meezy plays in a lot of these online tournaments. He does very well. But let me tell you, Meezy in an offline setting, kind of a different animal. And I feel like the big signature to Meezy is how aggressive he likes to play with Sub-Zero, even though it's kind of a contradictory strategy when it comes to this character. But I feel like Meezy doesn't play Sub-Zero for the way that he plays, for the way that Sub-Zero plays. I feel like Meezy loves just the character Sub-Zero. I think out the gate, when MK1 came out, it was I'm playing Sub. I don't care if he's a zoner, I don't care if he's a rushdown character, I just want to play this character. So yeah, this character's been it's slightly buffed, these B&Bs doing around 5 to 8 to 9% more, due to less scaling whenever your opponent's in the freeze state. So Meezy right now rocking Sonya. I know he also likes to play a little bit of Chameleon, depending on the matchup or depending on desperation of trying to mix things up. But the Sonya just kind of lets him play a little bit lamer. So basically what you're going to be seeing there, Ice Clone. Hide behind the Ice Clone for a second, just in time to get Sonya to just come out and hold an onion ring. And it kind of gives you that green light to go in for some pressure. Or maybe just chuck some projectiles and keep zoning. Love the block here from Hourglass. Saw the slide coming. Getting a forward throw. Backing off. And that's a little strange. I guess it was kind of, it's this Sonya complements the overhead. Because I feel like back two is reactable. Even online, it's still reactable. But it's so unsafe that Sonya kind of gives you the same reactability, but with a lot more of a safety net. And you can easily convert into things, especially if you've got Fatal Blow loaded up like we just saw. So we're just seeing tons of, patient, safe play from Meezy. We're not seeing a Sub-Zero dive into, the ether just willy-nilly. We're not seeing a Sub-Zero that's just going for random back twos. This is very methodical, very patient, and Meezy also loves to throw. A lot of people, once they get comfortable against Sub-Zero, they feel like, I can react to the overhead. and I just need to block and chill out. I don't jump in on him. Just relax, and they get like over defensive. And I think Mizi's, you know, one of those Sub-Zeros that knows like you have to be aggressive to make someone not feel that confident anymore. All right, overhead, splatting him down over and over again. Pretty good to kind of combat against someone when they don't have meter. Like Sub-Zero does have a pretty fast armor move in that slide, but you know, I think that was just super aware of Hourglass, just kind of knowing what was available, what was, you know, an option or not. So that's always an option there. Well, it's a very common theme to have like a cameo that's gonna have your back in an unsafe situation. But that was very good by Mizi to use his armor to kind of say like, you're not getting away with this. Like, I'm gonna hurt you, and I'm going to have a turn afterwards for you doing this ridiculous thing of, you know, play like a crazy person and stay safe, which, you know, is available, is accessible in a lot of characters in the roster right now. And that down one range, I gotta say that's gotta be a pretty big asset for Sub-Zero. Just like when you can kind of apply poke pressure versus other characters. Good confirm into that ball roll, easy fatal blow, and that was a close one, man. That was down to the wire. That was literally one decision on either side. Neither player had access to breaker. Literally was going to come down to nothing. And, you know, victories like that are very easy to take because leaving a situation like that, you feel like the best player in the world. You're feeling yourself. Your chest is sticking out a little bit more, and you're just like, holy shit! Like, I am godlike. I am super clutch. And on the other side, it's a little tougher to stomach. It's a little tougher to be like, man, I fucked that up. I had that. If I just, yeah, it was right there, and it's so hard not to get in your own head. But I want to see Mizi not get in his own head. I've seen him fight through a ton of, you know, desperation scenarios. I've seen Mizi win offline tournaments. I've seen him perform very well offline at, you know, slightly bigger tournaments. And, you know, I would definitely say he is one of those players that has a great clutch factor. Definitely a great clutch factor. So I don't think he's gonna let it bug him too much. But, you know, Hourglass, obviously so well versed, you know, multiple Kalo finales, like just overall like consistent, like amazing. Oh my gosh, huge drop. I think he thought he was on the other side, or maybe, you know, he might have hit it a little bit too late. It's very weird when you get that air conversion from Sonya. It's also super fast. That's
the quick mix.
Yeah, that's that.
We just work on the breaker with that simple pressure here. Goes for the immediate mix of the zone. The overhead blocked and side out of here. And this newfound power back on his original team on full display here, man. The MKXification of this. And even in talking with Hourglass about this team, he said that he has his own ways. Oh my God, ball roll just got absolutely annihilated by a raw normal. You don't see that every day. But he has ways of making that orbital hat jail off of teleport every time, where he's looking for where it is in orbit and he knows when to send it.
That's very interesting because, like, and it's one of those things where, you know, your opponent isn't going to know that, but you're going to know that. So you know when you have to teleport and your opponent might not. But I feel like that could really have like a huge drop off once people start figuring that out. Like, you can only teleport here, here, or here in order to make that save. Okay, armored right through. Not sure if that was worth the resources. You know, didn't even really find a hit. Put himself in the corner, but I think Mizi's just kind of trying to develop these mental stacks, if you will. Yeah, no real offense other than that throw. And that was like, even when it was Mizi's turn, he still dashed up and blocked and kind of waited for that time. I'm seeing a lot of great patient play from Sub-Zero here this round, and I want to see it continue this way. You know, I know just generally Neasy loves to default into the more aggressive gameplay, but I think, especially against somebody like Hourglass, you need to just chill. Was that a shimmy? Do you think that was a shimmy? Just kind of walk up?
I'm gonna think so.
I saw counter hit, so he was definitely pressing something.
And when you have 3 bars, you have the natural tendency to want to press right because you have the breaker to back you up. You're like, man, yeah, I'll do it. Throw again. Does that hand me? Measy keeping the corner pressure on.
Oh, I think that was probably a throw tech attempt that might have just happened a little too early. Whenever you do see it say counter, that means that you did have a button coming out. But that button does not count as your tech attempt. You have to tech after the throw is initiated. Ooh, what a punish! That is, I mean, look, man, Molina 101, right? First thing you gotta do is learn how to fit a flawless block that overhead string, and you can punish just like you saw there. And what was crazy is that, like, I feel like Hourglass didn't dip into that fund, like, ever in these first 2 games, but the moment that he does it, like, Measy was ready for it. And I think it's just like, it's again one of those things like, he's not gonna think I'm gonna do this. He's not gonna, and it's so weird because like the flawless block timing is so tight. Like when you see that string by itself, you almost don't think that it's possible to flawless block that, but it is, and that gets you a nice easy punish. That gets you a nice easy punish against Molina.
Round 1. Fight.
One apiece out the gate. This is what I'm talking about. This is the aggro play that I'm used to seeing from Measy, but I think he's mentally keeping himself in check there. He knows, like, don't go crazy. She's gonna do it. Oh, if he threw a little bit earlier, that would have been increased damage to the up block punish. But
This with a 4 throw of Mama Blade, if it was damage,
definitely
Edgelock through.
nearly 20% for that.
You can overlap here. Nope, sensor's low. It's gonna be a constant mix up, and you can even. If you guys have seen out there, you can put on the orbital hat of Lao, and you can put out a low hat and hold for just a little bit before sending, which not a lot of people know that you can do. It's very costly.
Yeah, I mean, that's also because like it's not going to regenerate at the low hat rate, right? It's going to come back at the slower rate.
But man, that orbital hat lasts a long time now. And if you do block it though, the entire hello swinging into a clone, the entire Lao does go away. Oh, he might have enough. No, keeps him meterless. Holding onto the 3 bars.
Not only that, but I think he's also looking at time, knowing that he doesn't have to go crazy. He can just kind of chill behind clone and force Hourglass to, do crazy things. Not one risky decision there. Even waited to make sure Hourglass was there, not jumping. Checked him with the low, went into the Sonya either way, and just wanted to keep it simple and safe. Simple and clean, if you will. Oh, punish to the down 1. That's very, very interesting. Gets a little bit of a mix-up there. As you can see, Hourglass teching for back throw because he was a little bit closer to the corner. I think Measy's slightly in his head right now. Never mind. Never mind. Hourglass finding the hit, making Measy force off those 3 bars. And
big shout out to who I know is in the live chat right now, Mr. Hourglass's father. I'm your father. Gotta love the Mortal Kombat dads out there.
love it. Supportive of all the love.
You yourself a Mortal Kombat dad, Arma?
I am. We could talk about this later, but I don't let my son watch this game. It's a little
for good reason. Yep.
Yeah, it's a little much. I had this discussion and I would love to have it more a little bit later. But yes, shout outs to my son Noah. Give him a little bit.
Yeah, sometime.
We'll talk about it. We'll definitely talk about it. All right, Measy pushing clone and just trying to find these stray little hits, trying to get on a life lead. And I think this is the life lead he is looking for. Although he's applying pressure afterwards, he wants to make Mileena come off these bars, where he's just looking for these nice little hits here and there. Good escape from Hourglass, great reactions. Oh, the down one, not getting punished. Not sure what Mizi was looking for. That was just a hard read on like maybe a dash up throw. I know he loves to go for it. And in a situation where your opponent has 3 bars, I feel like hitting that down 2 crushing blow mechanic is so good, because you're going to do so much damage before they can even access their breaker. And, you know, that's meter that they're never going to get. Oh boy, you got to break this. At least he waited till he was in a better position, putting Hourglass in the corner. In Ice Clone jail, but not pressing anything as Hourglass, being super patient, waiting meticulously for his turn. The down 1 into just a regular sweep. Just a regular sweep to take it. Be up 2-1. 2-1, but we've seen Mizi. We've seen him bring it back over and over again. I don't know if we're going to be seeing a cameo switch. This is the last opportunity for Mizi to switch the character, technically, because you know, our rule set in this game is that, you know, your complete character is your complete team. If you change anyone on your team, you are changing your character. And he's sticking out with Sonya. He knows he has to be a little bit more patient. He knows he's just got to kind of capitalize off the mistakes, capitalize off the crazy teleports. You know, even though it's a little tougher. You know, Sub-Zero doesn't really hit too hard, but, you know, Sub-Zero's got some great options. And what a conversion. Easily going into some full combo damage. Hourglass not taking any chances there, not even ducking under the freeze, because, you know, it kind of like shows that mindset. That is so good. That is so good to just like keep you nice and safe. And, you know, it's got to be one of those punishes where you got to use bar. Like, you got to use bar and you got to start with slide. It's not ideal, but I think sometimes you got to realize that you just need to take what you can get. Just need to take what you can get.
They're trying to find any kind of reprieve on block. That Lau hat giving them absolutely none. Pressure full screen, and every time that one of those rings goes out, you got to be worried about the advancement of Sub-Zero as well. Did that orbital hat just absorb the clone and not go away? Excuse me?
That was weird. It was almost like it had multiple hits for it. Like,
does it have absorption properties to it that I'm unaware of?
I mean,
not that I'm aware of.
So Ice Clone is strange, because it's like sometimes it's like a projectile, sometimes it's not. Like, I believe it's unbreakable like a projectile, but the way it interacts with certain things, I feel like it also has special properties. Oh boy. Ooh, just a throw? Just a throw? That was the last thing Mizi was expecting. But he's still alive. Neutral jump, but nobody was there to do anything about it. And yeah, even in that scenario, like, what were you going to do? EX armor and lose anyway? He had no health. He had nothing to work with. That was pretty much a checkmate situation. In favor of Hourglass.
Pressure is on too, still sitting on the full bars of meter right there. 3 batteries charged and ready to go. Orbital hat plus on block, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, it looks pretty plus. I saw Sub-Zero in a lot of blocks then afterwards.
I've only blocked it a few times. Every time I've swung, I've gotten hit armor. That's it's an old school way of knowing something is plus or block.
Should I
pressed there and I got hit, so I'm gonna assume that's plus.
Should I keep pressing here? Yeah, why not?
Just try something faster every time, you know?
There you go.
Otherwise, it's insanity, and then you're doing the same thing over and over again with no different result.
Ooh, the down. See, that's such a Sub-Zero thing to do. Like, eat up those down 4s with Ice Clone. And I feel like in a lot of scenarios, when you're down 1's a little bit stubbier, it doesn't usually get clipped by Clone. And that's gonna be it. That's gonna be all Hourglass. Nice brutality to send Mizi off into the lower side of things. But it was a good set. 3-1. You know, we saw buffed Sub-Zero, quote unquote. You know, a little bit more access to damage, but overall, nothing like drastically different. Nothing crazy was given to this character. And I really love seeing this orbital hat, and it's very. I think it's a very good team for Melina, a very good cameo to kind of just be able to apply pressure after almost every single knockdown, whether that's mid screen or in the corner, and just be the aggressor, be the bully in situation after situation. Here's the bracket. If you guys do want to follow along, it is at start.gg/Kolosseum. That's KOLOSSEUM.
Woo!
I got to look at it every single time. Every single time. But
Everyone does. Everyone is not going to admit it. It's okay.
it's okay. So if you guys do want to follow
Okay.
along at home and see who's going where, who fell down to who, and how our pools are shaping up to be.
Yeah, I actually need a match. So let's see what's happening here on the winner's side. Kiltron versus Rogelio.
Let's go.
Yo, Kiltron making the run through winners?
I did see Kiltron tweet, I want to say like a day or two ago,
Hold the fuck. Look at
hey,
that.
who's in Philly? I'm trying to play MK. And let's oh my god, dude, the Kiltron moment was almost 10 years ago. Like, that was MKX. The Kiltron moment that led to so much hype.
Yes.
What tournament was that? I want to say that was a Big E tournament.
It was
no,
definitely a Big E event.
was it Big E or was it Final Round? Which is a Larry event. That's
Final
I'm trying
Round
to.
2016 says Common Network.
Yeah. Oh,
They would know.
There we go. They would absolutely know.
They were probably doing it.
I want to say they were streaming it. Yeah. So, geez, man, that was so long ago. But that was, to the set that we're referring to again, in case anyone's not a dinosaur and wants to take a trip down memory lane, was Kiltron versus Viking. What was the number? 305. Viking 305.
Yep.
Does that sound right?
The Zod player, yeah.
We're talking more back in just this
Oh,
one.
my
Yes.
bad. Flashbacks.
Yeah, definitely flashbacks. But that was MKX, and it was like the debut of Kiltron. Just Kiltron coming out of nowhere. Nobody knew who this person was, and we just saw like incredible Jax play. Everyone in the room was like watching on the projector, screaming, like cheering for this person, and that's what's so cool about the fighting game setting. Like, so many times do you find yourself in a situation where the crowd is behind the underdog. The crowd wants to see the upset. The crowd wants to see a new person win. Like, even if you just think back to Brazil, like, not saying that I wanted Sonic Fox to lose or the Chilean twins to lose, but it was so much more interesting to see things get shaken up. It was so much more interesting to see some fresh faces up there and to show people like, yes, these guys can lose. Like, yes, we are playing the game totally different in a whole new region, and it just makes a much better storyline. So people are so willing to bite on that. People are so willing to, roll with that, be there in the energy, be there in that moment, and make that happen. On top of Brazil being Brazil, like, it was just a perfect setting too. Like, what was happening in the tournament and what people felt, what people wanted to see, like who people wanted to see win. It was incredible. It was absolutely incredible.
Right
And,
now, just looking for a match
yeah.
to actually pull on the stream right now, guys. Do apologize for any kind of wait, but looks like a lot of matches are just happening right now, organically. Gonna wait for one to free up. I think I'm gonna try to grab.
You tell me who you're gonna try to grab.
Kiltron said that he needed some time,
Okay.
but if Bewood Parsa wraps up any moment, I might grab that next match because it would be either Bewood or Parsa versus Woolander. Woolander is a fun player to watch in this game.
Woolander.
Had the really big run at Frosty Faustings a
Mhm.
year back, won the team battle, like single-handedly, was the very first human being to beat Gur in a team battle in MK1.
That's
And
right.
I think he's still the only one.
That's right. That was Quan at that time, right? Was Zoolander? What was Zoolander? Woolander using Quan?
Who?
Ooh,
Zoolander.
Zoolander, yeah.
Whoa.
Ooh,
Blue
give him
Steel?
Blue Steel. I can't do it. I'm not. I don't have a face for that. I don't have a confident enough jawline for that. Yeah, but it was yeah, and it was like fresh after. It was relatively fresh from like ECT and Geras only getting buffs since then. I don't really see. I don't think a lot of people saw that coming, and that was one of those first moments that just kind of put it on the map for that character. And was I want to say that was before they like retooled everything with Quan, and Quan was like fought a little bit different. The timeline's a little fuzzy for me, but I'm trying to see what pool that is in. That is in. Is that an A2? The one that you're trying to grab, Mister? Yes, Woolander, winner of Parsap and B-Wood.
And
so that's
B-Wood's currently up 2-0.
11 minutes into their set. I'm trying to see. That's A2. A2. That was right in the middle. AM is what we're waiting to finish up. Right there. B-Wood. Yep. Dead center. And so we're hopefully going to grab that Woolander match. Woolander, Zoolander. And then that'll kind of just play into a lot of these 4 top 8 matches on the winner side. But it's it's very fun to see these older names. On top of that, also like for the regional finale of NA East, like seeing Sunio like just make it into that. Seeing Sunio, who's been around since MK9, Sunio, who is 22 years older than most of the competitors in that regional finals, like it's really nuts to see, someone still so passionate and so dedicated after all this time to just playing. And I know Sunio's origin story of competitiveness comes from his early days of like varsity wrestling, and it's that mindset of like one-on-one. I know you talk a lot about that, Mr. Aquaman, when it comes to playing someone in tennis. Tennis is a huge mind game when it comes to how you have to like read a certain player, where they like to sit, how they like to, hit the ball on the way back, depending on what kind of slices, they're trying to fuck you over with. So it's just constant mind games in pretty much any sport. And I think it's a little bit easier to see it in like fighting games / like video games, because it's highlighted a little bit more. Whereas like I feel like with sports, you gotta kind of have to really dive into the sport to see, the huge mind games and the technique involved with a lot of things. So
All right.
just what do we got? You told me all
I think I'm
right.
gonna go ahead and play a match for top 8 right now, since it is ready. So
Let's go.
Oh, wait, we have two. We have 2 ready for top 8 and A2. A2's moving along really quickly.
Let's go A2.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna do Hourglass after this, since Hourglass was just up.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're gonna do Mari, our defending weekly champion, going up against a Joystick. Now we got something going.
All right, Mr. Aquaman. Is Kenshi bad? Is Kenshi a bad character right now?
Absolutely not.
Do you know how much downplay?
Okay, I mean, It
you know
depends
how-
on what's on the screen, Arma. It depends on what's on the screen. How about that?
Do you know how much downplay I have to hear every goddamn week from Hercules? Just
Oh.
saying about how bad Kenshi is,
Don't
how
even.
many bad matchups he has. He will literally sit there, like he'll mop me or mop somebody, and then they'll play the matchup a little bit more, and the player who got mopped is like, "Oh, I'm starting to understand things," and the first thing Herc just says, turns around and goes, "Actually, I think this is a losing matchup for my character," and everybody in the room just groans. Just Jesus Christ. It's always a bad matchup for your character. It just is. And I say it with love. I love seeing Herc, and I love seeing everyone who comes out to support MK and J. So many different characters all in one room, and that's what makes it so much fun. And support your locals if you guys got them. I know there's locals out in SoCal. There's locals out in Atlanta and in North Carolina. So if you guys are anywhere there, check them out. Google search them. I don't know. Go on Test Your Might, I guess. Go on Test Your Might and find them.
That's right. All right, so we got Mari, Joystick here. They're having a very intense and immense stare down right now.
Could be.
As Joystick is
Yeah.
floating over Mr. T1000, and Mari's gonna go back to last week's grand finals. I'm so happy because Quan Chi
Skynet
is
will
kind of
extract your knowledge
in a
of
really
magic.
crazy spot where, again, depending on what's on the screen, against T1000, against Sector, against some of the meta, Quan Chi's looking like a pretty good pick.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see how T1000's low spike is going to, because I feel like you're always in reach of getting low spiked, and with Movado, you're going to get the conversion, but that's kind of what these portals do. So that one pushes you away, the other one, the purple one, enhances his projectiles, and the last one, which color I can't remember, is a green, gives you armor if Quan Chi's sitting in it long enough. So this is just keeping them away. So this is right now just a keep away game, and that was very, very smart, patient play by Joystick to just kind of wait your turn, wait it out, and you know that's what these Quan Chi players have been saying. Like, why do you want to keep playing when I have portal out? Like, my portals are out. That means it's not your turn. Just accept it. Just accept that it's not your turn. Just don't swing at me. Here comes the low pokes from Quan Chi. The low pokes that are absolutely garbage. The low pokes that are super negative on hit. Beautiful punish here. I'm gonna force that breaker. Gonna come off a lot of resources, but Joystick trying to close the gap, and that's really the sweet spot against Quan Chi. I don't know why that missed. Can somebody explain why that missed? Did he hit it just too late? Because I thought you were just supposed to match it, and it only comes out on hits. And somebody explain why you missed it there. All right, not going to get a restand situation. Instead, we're going to cash out for some good damage, and that's okay because we got the corner and we've got the command grabs. I thought that was nerfed. Wait, no, you still can't react to it. Launching up for more damage. Again, got to put liquid metal arms on him. Thought he could chip him out, jumps out of the corner, and I think we might be looking for some kind of grab, but we've seen this time and time again with characters like this. If you give them an inch, they're gonna take a mile. Is he gonna get enough breathing room to set up any kind of portal? But an armor is not gonna save him in any kind of situation, so he's opting to go for the projectile enhancement. The down one gets stuffed, and that's okay. You made him come off the 3 bars. Is he still going to do something? No! A little too early there. The delayed wake up getting around and just the mash down one afterwards because that's literally all he needed to do. Even if he blocked in that scenario, I think it would have been enough chip. It's not your turn. It's not your turn. It's not your turn. This portal is out. Quan Chi has armor. It is not your turn. Oh boy. And backing up. Okay. He's getting it. He's understanding it. I got to stay away. Looking for the armor drop. I get that. That was super smart. Turn into the puddle and then just try to go for a reset afterwards. Trying to wait it out. Right now, Quan Chi's just jumping back like a maniac, trying to stay away.
Here from Mari. He's like, don't come anywhere near me, but that's going to be an inescapable range of the spike to find its mark, and now he's back in the other corner. And if he's forced off this meter, and you get a low ad out. Wow, what a check, what a ballsy time to do a skull right into a stand vehicle, and now he's swinging. Hats out. Is that gonna combo? Yes, but in negativity afterwards, you really hate to see it. That is such a weird spot to be in. The interruption of the Lao hat actually burned him a little bit in the end.
Yeah, it kind of, not to bring this back to Injustice 1, but it kind of reminded me of, god damn it. It kind of reminded me of when Batman would wake up slide, he is actually, he's negative when you wake up. So like, even if the slide hits you, when you get up, it's still your turn. And he can't wake up anymore because he's getting up off of the slide animation. So there, yes, that's what we're talking about here. And that's why he was swinging, because he was in such a weird state that even if he did armor, I think he didn't have enough health to absorb it. But it was just kind of a call out, and it could have just been, you know, this huge, immense amount of like matchup knowledge. Now we've seen Mari. It's so weird. Mari just loves picking these characters that don't let you play the game. Like that's all it is. That's what it is.
2 for 2 on the screen. I'm not going to argue with that one against you, Arma. That's exactly what we're seeing, and this is a very gross variation of Cyrax, if you haven't seen it here, with his Madam Bow. Right. He goes, eat it on the command grab. Even if you like Tekka throw, that bottle's coming to sauce you up.
A lot of sauce in that bottle. All right, we're getting rid of an entire bar in exchange for my 2 bars. But that's okay, because I don't want you getting access to anything. Stand 3, we're not playing. We're just watching a movie. Just watching a movie. Loading up the drink. Mari getting his drink on. Overhead does get blocked. Movado trying to come in to, you know, get T1000, any kind of green light to start swinging. And, you know, that's really cool because you use your cameo bar. It comes back based on time, and if you find yourself in a Cyrax combo, you're going to get all your cameo back at the end of it anyway. You're just probably not going to have any bar to, you know, really armor out of stuff. And that's a little bit of a heartbreaker there, because he did find the hit, but he stopped swinging because he thought he was going to get hit by the bomb, but he was actually out of range of the bomb. Very awkward stuff when you're not used to this matchup. Throw place bombs down. Tons of normals. Tons of pressure just on you.
Multi-hitting 2, armor breaking, even if you got the meter, that forward 2's buzzsawing through.
Yeah, like what was he gonna do?
Yeah, block. Especially
flawless
here.
Just flawless block it, bro.
That was one of the options here, just to avoid some of the chip as
just
it came. But the death deal came when he finally decided to think there was a gap to try to jump. Nope, sucked in by the buzzsaw. Have a nice day.
Yeah, I think that was like, maybe he thought he was gonna go for command grab at the end, but it was that was probably the riskiest thing Mari could have done in that scenario. So I don't really see him going for it. But it's very hard to be in that situation. Like looking back, like what could he have done? He might have been able to just like stand 1 after. It's hard to tell. It was pretty tight. Oh my! I'm surprised that he got up in time to punish there, and those little mistakes cost you so much in matchups like this. Like, to just give Cyrax all the room in the world to do tons, but hey, guessed your way out, didn't think command grab was coming, just kind of held on to block, held onto your ground, and said, I am just going to wait. I'm going to wait and press my way out of this. I'm not going to say Cyrax's buttons are bad, because they're not. They're not bad buttons. They're just not the best buttons in the game. Like, but they're not bad. Like, I'm tired of hearing that. Like, I still they work. Oh my god!
We've seen everything here. Hold on a second.
Oh my god,
that was cheeky. In a double bomb too. Pressure still coming. Yeah, just neutral jumped. The eviscerator.
The show must go on.
His jump 3-2. What a presence. Really similar to Reigns, but read like an absolute book on the command grab attempts. Once Movato's there, you certainly got to be respecting command grab and that low spike. Both launchable options. Here come options.
I'm surprised he didn't. I'm surprised he didn't go for the. Yeah, that was him screwing up his setup. I'm surprised he didn't just go for the net. swinging. We're just swinging. Yeah, he's definitely dead here in this scenario. But I guess he didn't want to go for the net because he wanted to go into this last round with 3 bars. So I get it, but this is Kalo. You know, you lost a game already. Like we're not playing games here. The bow coming out this time. Oh, I love the teleport combo, and as soon as I said that, he literally drops it. What? That still converts? That still converts. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
This is liquid metal we're talking about here, man. It all works.
Hey, it's
what?
He
Madabo.
threw it.
You cheeky old woman. From the back of the bar. Who's gonna see that coming?
Who threw that? Who threw that bottle?
Who throws a bottle? Honestly.
Honestly.
Madabo does. Taking shots? No. There's gonna be the end.
Blowing him up.
Ooh.
I had
Ooh.
more.
Where did his body just
Yeah, that didn't look natural. There's no way that's the actual animation to that.
I think his body landed on the bomb.
And then the bomb exploded him.
Yeah. It's we got to see this replay. Like the brutality has. Come on, please. We definitely got this part, right? Yeah, maybe. Come on, we got to see it. So it's like he. Oh, it's okay. You guys can all see it on YouTube, on Twitch. We're censoring it. But I want to say, looking back, I think it was the bomb on the ground blew him up, and like he was in the background, but like in pieces. So good. Oh, so funny. You ever see those brutalities in the tea house where like their bodies will fall into the chair that's at the tea house and just kind of hang out? It's really funny. Like the ragdoll effects and like all the things in the background, how they like interact with the ragdolls. It's hilarious. So that's the thing with Madame Bo, right? Is when you do the bottle service throw, you have to call it out so much earlier, and it's not really a hit confirm. It's more of like, I think this is going to work, so I have to do it, and you're wasting resources in that sense. So there is kind of a give and take when you play a cameo like Madame Bo versus a cameo like Serena, where I feel like I think things are just a little bit easier and more straightforward as Serena, like the meter drain, the meter gain, and just easy conversions from the command grabs. Bow bottle service is out. Tons of pressure in between the bombs to make sure that you cannot get out of bomb pressure to keep it going, prolonging the aggression, prolonging the offense of Cyrax. So that is a huge benefit with this team. But I think it just takes a lot more fine tuning. That was a little scary because I know that Movado grab on block is like super plus for the Movado team. Now this time around, the 2 hits didn't come out, and I think that was the first time it just kind of happened because Joystick was holding on to the liquid metal form to try to absorb something, especially when it comes to like a wake up armor attack from Cyrax because she throws herself up in the air after the first hit.
Take a hit away right now. Hold on a second. Trying to take our previous week's winner to a game number 5. But to light it up once more. These pyrotechnics this season are getting their money's worth, I'll tell you that. What an interruption.
Working overtime.
Going for the armorless slam option out of the goop there, getting pulled by Movado. And that's gonna do it. Which is kind of the riskier of all of the options right there, but you think that they don't have the balls to take the risk and that they're gonna maybe take that high away, and they do it anyway. And with it.
Yeah, it's kind of like a call out, right? Like, there's no way that this person is willing to do this option, and whether that's like, it's kind of one of those things where you can kind of base it on resources. Like, if somebody's got 3 bars, they're more willing to do risky shit. They're more willing to do the unsafe option, or if there's like a certain cameo that they have to back them up. Or a certain cameo that they need to go into conversions from specific routes, if they don't have that cameo resource, you kind of eliminate that danger. For example, if somebody's got a command grab and they can only combo if they've got like full cameo and they don't have full cameo, you're like, well, he's not going to command grab me now because he's not going to get anything for it. So I don't really have to be scared of that option. But you're making all these like micro decisions like so quickly. Your eyes are looking everywhere on the screen. You're trying to play footsies with the guy in front of you. You're trying to whip punish, and it's tough. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh yeah, we light it up here, baby. It's a sudden death.
Sweating.
First one now. For all the marbles in the sack.
We're just full of...
That's an old saying that I should not bring back at all whatsoever. Full pressure, the bottles, the bombs. The
D&D.
oh my, and the command grab on top of it. What a start to this one. Just thinking of the option of what to do right there. Maybe bought a little time for Madam Bo to toss another one here. And what can Joystick do but watch this old lady just beat him up in the corner.
Because he delayed wake up, he was able to get out of that situation, but I think he was just looking for any kind of side switch, any combo to go over to the other side or just buy a little bit more real estate for him. Loved the awareness there by Mari. Saw the stand one connected, confirmed into the airborne combo, and we're gonna go right into more pressure. He EX that bomb. He EX that bomb for the helicopter twirl. Speaking of twirls, here's a big punish. Did he think that bomb was going to save him in that scenario? Is that why he did it? Because it seemed a little out of character. That's a nice big punish in favor of Mari. The bottle ducking right under his joystick. Yeah, that was letting it rock. And that's going to be pretty much curtains. Little anticlimactic, if I'm being honest,
When it mattered most.
See, look, this is the regular animation. He's supposed to be there.
He definitely hit a bomb.
He definitely hit a bomb and went into the foreground.
I wonder if there's ragdoll.
Ragdag. Please continue. Please continue. I love it. It's great.
Oh, dang ragdag, darn tootinist, thingamabobber.
There's ragdoll effect
if it
on.
has a ragdoll property to it where it can be like affected after the animation.
I mean, it looks like it is.
And the Roomba in Johnny Cage's mansion run it over or like run through it.
Is there a secret Roomba animation where like the Roomba eats you if you're ragdolled in front of it?
Yeah.
What is the probability of Roomba devouring your body? That's what I want to know. Those are the questions I'm asking. I'm not asking about what's plus on block or what's punishable. I want to know about secret Roomba brutalities. All right, that was Mari versus Joystick.
And he's back in top 8, so we will see him tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. Right here once more. Congratulations, Mari. 3-2 on the victory there. Now we're going to get Kells versus Hourglass.
Yes, we saw a little bit of Hourglass a little earlier. That Kung Lao cameo. Back on the varsity team, if you will, back on the starting squad for Molina, and I think that's where he belongs. I think that's a good team, especially for someone like Hourglass who just loves to, go crazy, keep things safe, keep things as a nice mix-up.
By the way, Kells here, you guys are seeing it right there in the middle top section of this bracket. Kells has had a really big run. He took out our number 4 seed.
Mist.
Out of the gate in Mist. Wow. Took out Saihuno and then Setroy back to back to back. That is a huge 3-1 victory over Mist. Has not been easy to come by for anyone in the online realms.
No, definitely not. Mist is sweaty. Let's see how Mist is doing in the lower bracket, just because I love Mist.
See, Mist...
So.
He's still alive. He is facing Emperor King K right now.
He's fighting. Oh, and then the winner of that needs to fight Meezy.
That's a classic up there, isn't it? That's a classic up there in the Northeast, isn't it?
Absolutely. It usually goes in the favor of Mist, and it usually ends with Meezy getting up, going, "I fucking hate Homelander." Good shit. Deserved. You deserve it. You deserve. Yeah. Hates Homelander. Like he. There's so like. You're allowed.
It's cool.
you're allowed to salt out right after, especially like if it's your buddy, it's your friend. Like, yes, you can be mad. It's
I think
okay.
they call it crashing out now.
Ah, that's what it is. That what the kids are calling it?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be happy about that. Maybe he's gonna root for Miss to lose in that scenario so he can move on. All right, we got our set. Guys are locked in.
Or watch Outworld burn.
Did he stay? Did he stay with the Kung Lao?
Yes.
We're not going anywhere.
Expect that orbital hat in play. Full screen, orbital hat teleport in at a certain time. Ball roll in as well, or just walk up and look for it to do its job. Be active out there, be lingering. You can't really jump in at it. And oh my god, just ball rolling into the active. Sorry, balling into the ball.
Ball into the ball into the blood ball.
How did it hit her?
She's a ball.
Maybe, was he able to block that, or?
I think he ball rolled a little too late. Maybe just didn't get there in time. It is weird. Like that projectile does have like startup, obviously, but
And it's a very high of a projectile.
yeah.
Something kind of curious there, but yeah, her ball roll nowhere near as small
Annoying.
as it used to be.
Yeah, as annoying as it used to be. Dude, that thing used to go under everything. Remember
Remember
her?
it exist? It used to not even be on the screen while being there at the same time. That's breaking the laws of physics.
Not fair. Whoa, the crumple state.
I'm your father going. Let's go Hourglass in the chat. MK Dad's rooting.
Let's go. Cheer for your son.
Kel's here. Let's see what he's got. He's got the lead here. He's already taken out one killer. Can he do it again?
Love the whip punish here. From Havoc, I feel like, you know, as good as that back 2-2 string is, it is on the slower side, and I'm not downplaying Havoc by any means, but I'm just saying it's one of those buttons where once you whiff it, it's such a green light for your opponent to punish. Now that time it worked. Did he do it too early? The time before that he got hit? Because like the blood ball kind of travels up and down like a roller coaster. So it might have been like a specific timing that just kind of hit him the wrong way. I don't know. Gets the throw, but still has a lot more to do afterwards here. And Hourglass is going to be getting some access to some potential breaker as long as you put some more moves up on the screen. Ooh, it wasn't close enough for the blood ball to pop him up. Backing off, both players have breaker, but the difference is one player has nothing. I was gonna say, please, for the love of God, break this, but I think he was waiting for the Kung Lao to come back. And even though Hourglass wins this round, still had to come off some precious resources going into a final round. So I don't really think Havoc is sweating too much in this scenario. I think Kels is feeling good about this. Good challenge, swinging back here. Lovato for easy pop-up, easy conversion, right in front of your face. The delay wake-up. I love the recognition there by Kels. It almost seemed like he timed the jump over to look for the delay wake-up and then later go into, okay, you're delay wake-upping. That means you're not going to armor wake-up, which means I get to do back 2-2 pressure and you can't do anything about it.
And they're opening up kills with just the most classic way possible with that Lao hat setting it early behind a jump in, and oh, the big buttons.
Let's go.
Gonna apply the pressure right back on Hourglass. Now it hit away in the armor. Multiple hits. Really didn't matter what was going to be activated there by Molina. I think every aerial option was going to get burned by that. Even the spin with the multiple hits to the side, I think that had enough hits of the armor to go through. If she teleported on reaction on the way down, she still would have ended up behind and then going through his body in front of that, and I think it would have still gotten clipped by the armor. That's what's even crazier towards the end here. I think every option once he jumped was either going to force a block here. Yeah, it's just no meter to even survive it.
Yeah. I wonder if I mean, I maybe no, yeah, that's true. You could flawless block, and that is punishable. But that's also like one of the awesome things about the match replay. If Hourglass wanted to, could later, after the set's over, go back to that specific match and see, was there anything I could have done in this scenario so that I could learn it for next time? Like, you know, because I feel like that's a very common checkmate situation for Havoc is, you know, once your options are limited, I'm going to armor because I have multiple hits of armor and you've got nothing left. big whiff punish there. Don't press it. Don't press it. Don't press it in front of a player as on point as Hourglass here. And you could see the fire through that flawless victory. That clap back, if you will, to just feel like I can't take this laying down. That should have been my game, and I'm gonna make the rest of the set mine. Like you have to see that confidence in your gameplay. You have to see that confidence in your mindset. That throw afterwards, that string either leads into a throw or a low on the exact same frame on the follow-up. So that's what's super crazy about Havoc and super annoying. Fuzzying is not really an option. Little crazy mix-up. I believe both those cartwheels hit his overhead, so that specific mix-up was overhead, low hat, overhead. Super tricky to block. No punish on the down one, swinging back. That's okay. Waiting it out. Multiplayer field is so patient.
It is very important in this game to punish folks.
You have, because it's free. Like, it's literally free, and you're so plus afterwards. Unless you're like trying to apply like one more, like, unless you know for a fact this guy is not gonna swing after blocking down one. Hold on.
Whoa.
That's just the passion of the competitor side of me. Like, unless you know this guy is not gonna poke, and you can go for some kind of like crazy mix-up afterwards. But I want to say like 95% of the time, you want to punish with down one. Just punish with down one again.
Yeah. Get your hit advantage, and then either apply some mix of pressure. But you're right. There's also the mind game of like when you block a poke, you use that advantage in a different way. Where like use reversal overhead because you expect them to be low blocking, to be holding a poke reversal or something like that. It's a very interesting mind game to play, and very few people play layers like that where there's like so much audacity behind it. Of like, yeah, bro, I got you conditioned to think I'm gonna punish you with a poke here. Guess what? I'm gonna use this against you.
I did it.
What
I did it,
baby. Yep, just do it here. 1-1 in this match. It is for top 8. Hourglass trying to repeat as a top 8ist. Kel's looking to play the I think it would be his very first top 8 in Kolosseum. It might be a second.
The top 8ist.
The top 8ist.
The top 80ist.
And he has been one of the... What the hell?
It didn't matter. Whether it goes under, whether it hits.
In his favor. Imagine that.
I almost feel like it let him combo better because it also didn't let him. It also stopped him from side switching. Yeah, exactly. Oh, look at that suitcase! It's flying. Sweep. And Melina's sweep is actually, I believe, +2 or +3 on block. So with how good her buttons are, like at that range, it's really hard to contest and do anything. So you gotta kind of have to think about where that idea goes from there. And that's, I'm sorry, man, but this is Hourglass is literally walking him. Like you have to look back and see, why am I pressing buttons at that range? What did I think was going to happen? Did I think she was going to magically stop walking back and walk forward into this button? No. You got to be a little bit more patient and just be willing. Oh, yeah.
You can see the power of how long that orbital had lasted. It lasted through the armor of Havoc and the armor, sorry, the mine afterwards. It was still able to apply the plus frame pressure afterwards.
Insane. It is definitely a much better tool than what we're used to seeing with Kung Lao. Down one, and we're going right into jails. I think he's tricky stuff. And I also love how like ready Hourglass was for that breaker. Just immediately stopped the combo, immediately went for a throw. You're not going to be able to break throws, and that's just 12, 13, 14% damage that you have to take. Super smart play to play around the meter.
Yeah, and not a single commitment beyond something single hitting after that. That was just over and over again, nickel and diamond that health bar away, which is such a good effective game plan around these breakers, guys. And you can even make the decision to work around it early, like even Hourglass right there. That was a pretty early time in the round to play around breaker when he still had about 200 health left, 250 health left to start nickel and diamond.
That's right. And that right there didn't even really go for a full punish. I mean, it's weird. So out of this Havoc, I kind of want to... what I haven't been seeing is the crazy wrist. I haven't been seeing any kind of low scoops. I haven't been seeing any of these, you know, EX foot dive. You know, and it's I get that you're playing someone who's literally like the best Melina in the world, but you have to put them in an uncomfortable situation. You have to make them think that you are crazy enough to do things like this. But it's so hard to slow down the offense of Melina. I feel like Melina is just constantly going in your face, applying all these, you know, overhead lows into different strings. You can cancel into lows from Melina as well, and I think it's what's going to take to shut Hourglass down, because playing it safe, honestly, right now is just not working out. Playing it like neutral, like you're looking for whiffs or you're looking for normals to connect when you're out of range. Like I feel like you just got to go in there and just go for some degenerate mix. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Just go for some degenerate mix, and you're gonna find something. And you know, it's all about walking that fine line. How crazy do I get? How much do I push this? Do I keep doing it? Does he think I'm going to stop, or does he think I'm going to continue? How to come off those 3 bars, and Hourglass quickly taking control of that situation, but already lost over half their health. I don't think anybody's going to be home for this. That's going to be an easy punish for Hourglass. Not only that, but just keeping the side in favor of Hourglass, pushing Havoc closer and closer to that corner. And this is going to be a final round, or potential round point for Hourglass.
I'll try to make his approach, but he's being met with Kung Lao's hat time and time again. I think another one, the backdash. Wow, that was so threatening to that. Hourglass is going to try to play a keep away game, but then he immediately mitted upon empty jump backing. That was sick work right there. And thinking that your opponent's going to be jump backing away, looking to react. Instead, immediate presence to swing. Keeping the lead right now. Hourglass about to get his full orbital hat. Oh, there it is again. Right when you think that he's going to go back and maybe get a little more reserved with it, right up in your face. Eating a sigh. Kept in this lead now. No breaker to worry about. Trying to play reactionary, and he's 1 for 3. I'm trying to react to that blood bubble and actually get a trade combo off of it.
Okay.
Good damage here. And if he gets room to breathe, it's going to be a hard situation to deal with if any form of Lao becomes active. Gets the mix. This is huge. Fatal blow. Yes. I think that's enough.
I think that's enough too. This last hit does a lot, especially after getting stabbed in the face like 20 times. It's great. Oh yeah, no, didn't even need it. Like, we went from 420 to almost 500 right here with that last kick. Yeah, over 500. That does not scale. That did not scale anywhere near as much as I thought. Overhead does get blocked correctly. That is Havoc's turn to swing, but that's okay. Melina finding the throw, the back throw in favor of Hourglass. The down 2, okay, that's a trade that's going to be easy to digest. That's going to be a conversion from Movado. Whoa, hold on a second, that's okay. We got an American reset. You dropped the combo, that's okay. Here comes the reset. Oh boy, the hat keeping him safe. The low hat is being held on and just quickly regenerating here. Over and over again. As long as you keep doing low hat, you'll still get the low hat regen rate until it reaches full peak cameo bar, full cameo bar. Overhead, and Melina is just so mobile that even dropping that mine, I feel like against almost any other character, that would have been a devastating situation, but it's so fast, so quick, and it just moves you over the other side, launches you for no meter. It is so good in that scenario. It is so hard to just keep Melina down and, you know, put her in a box, so to speak. And, you know, even though I started seeing more signs of life coming out from Kells, a little bit more aggressive play, a little bit more risky play, it was good. It was just Hourglass. It was Hourglass being Hourglass,
in
and
full control. And dude, ever since Mortal Kombat 1 has released, Hourglass has been like probably the demon of the Kolosseum brackets. Has been so consistent week in and week out, slicing and dicing. And as someone that abhorrently doesn't like Melina, come on. But you know, dang, is he good? You know, I can never be mad because it's always great play.
It is. So that's going to be setting up the first match for tomorrow's broadcast, which is going to be the top 8 of this week, week 2 of Kolosseum Season 10, Season X. I don't know what we're calling it. Are we calling Season X?
Oh yeah, it's X baby.
That's
X gonna give it to you.
Oh, okay. Now we're really dating ourselves. Nobody. All right.
They're gonna. Are you kidding me? They're gonna get, of all the things I've said and are saying, they're gonna get that one. Come on.
Who's all right? Who's
Not yet.
who's the authority on that?
Rick invited you.
Who's the authority on who knows what X gonna give it to you means?
I guarantee you, multiple people know in the chat immediately. Where is X gonna give it to you from, or who even knows what that is?
All right, we're setting up our next matches. Taking
Which
a
is
little
gonna be
peek at the bracket. Who we seeing?
B-Wood versus El Kukui. Look at that.
Okay.
Everyone even knows. Even Combat Network knows, and Combat Network probably shouldn't know.
I mean, that one's definitely.
Although it is crazy that the first person that responded was the father of the player, showing his age.
That should have been the determinant. Like,
That-
how old
He
is
didn't
the
help us
first?
on that one actually. He actually that did us no favors. Him responding immediately.
Have you
Go
played
for it,
that
good luck.
song for your son? That's. Will Hourglass know that?
Yeah, does Hourglass of Rain know that song? That is an excellent question.
Does Hourglass know that song? And Hourglass's dad is gonna let us know. Was that? I'm sure he played it on the way to school.
Daddy Detta
No?
says give him some Crown Royal and he'll sing the whole damn song. I kind of want to see that. The battle song.
Let's go.
Hanging.
The official battle song of the Kolosseum Season X. X gonna give it to you. All right. B-Wood.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's go.
Oh my God! Getting shot
Just-
with the Glock to get started into the
Shut
full
up.
conversion. That's just a harrowing way to begin Mortal Kombat.
That was the moment in T2 where you found out that this was the bad guy. Where you're just like, he just killed that guy holding the Pepsi can.
He's the villain. He
He's-
is the villain. Oh my God.
All right, to talk about MK&J, we did a thing a few weeks where we did movie nights where we were watching movies while we were playing, and I was so surprised by how many people who went to MK&J never saw Terminator 2, and somebody's like, wait, hold on, he's the bad guy? I thought he was the good guy. And I'm like, this movie is so old. You've never seen it? Anyway, it is a fantastic moment in like cinema. Like, that is one of my favorite movies to like be able to see someone experience that for the first time. I'll shut up now. Gonna keep him in the corner. Gonna keep the pressure going. El Kukui throwing hands on him. El Kukui grabbing him. Movado with the assist. Lots of damage. Oh boy, poking back, poking out of that situation, waiting for his moment, and that's a nice clean punish. The Gento setup, but he dropped it. But he dropped it. But he
Corner
dropped it.
shenanigans. I'm gonna call it. There was just not enough space.
Yeah,
Picked up the back throw.
I guess it's weird because like Ermac, his hip is like his being like stretches out so much when he teleports. So I guess that like that was like a weird situation there.
Like it forced extra space there because he needed to do his thing, and it
That's
pushed.
exactly it.
Yeah. One of those weird situations. That was a speed run of a start here for El Kukui. Second place last week. Our reigning champion of Kolosseum has won 3 seasons of this. Is the most single-handedly winningest player that exists in this series.
Winniest and most esportiest.
Yes.
That's El Kukui.
The most holdiest of an esports posiest. El Kukui.
Oh, we're spitting bars now. That's great.
Oh no.
El Kukui.
T1000.
El Kukui. The boogeyman.
A twin, which is a power in and of itself in Mortal Kombat. If you're born a twin, you're naturally good at Mortal Kombat.
It's not fair. And if your twin also plays Mortal Kombat, that just makes you also better.
Yeah, that's
Some twins don't have that luxury.
Round 1. Fight.
Non-playing twins include K7 Show Off. He has a twin who does not play Mortal Kombat, and Aztec. Aztec also has a twin who does not play Mortal Kombat.
So, given what we just said, both of them, even
So
though they're both incredible, they haven't unlocked their full potential yet because their twin doesn't play.
It's all their fault.
Yep. Oh, they have no less. And is B going to be the first Ermac to land a Gento combo today? No!
In the world! In the world! In the world!
Arma, I'm telling you, not a single Gento combo was landed today on planet Earth, and I don't. What is this curse?
I don't. I think it all started because Alphabet DQ'd from this tournament.
Damn it, Alphabet.
He's the only one. He's the chosen one.
Too Easy dropped 20 of them at Brussels earlier, and there was another Ermac on stream that dropped like 4 of them, and it's like, okay, this is rigged.
In the world.
And we
The entire world.
We had 2 attempts tonight, and both of them dropped by 2 separate players.
I don't like that stat. I don't like that stat one bit. Not when this match is for top 8. Not when this match has everything on the line. When you're trying to get as many points as possible, trying to get into that final show. That's the. I think that's the most annoying projectile to deal with in this game. Just low, coming at you. Like he's jumping and it's like, oh, never mind.
He's like 12 frame startup and got that jump in, goopity goop. To break the armor, no break even coming from B-Wood. I think he's just accepting fate. That was definitely fate acceptance, if I've ever seen it. B-Wood's gonna have to.
This is a speed run.
He
It's
might
literally a speed run.
He might have to change it up. But where's the Sub-Zero at?
Come on, B-Wood.
B-Wood,
Let's
you might have
go.
to break it out.
Do you know why they call him Sub-Zero? Because he does sub-zero damage. Like this character needs stuff, guys. Come on.
I thought you were gonna say why do they call him B-Wood, and I was gonna
Oh.
stop you right there. I was gonna
We have a limit, guys. How many of those jokes we can tell?
How did he get his name B-Wood though? I'm actually pretty curious. And why wouldn't
B-Wood?
he go with A-Wood or S-Wood?
I'm trying to figure it out. I don't want to figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know how much you guys want to put some thought into that.
Get these thoughts out of my head. I don't wanna think about that. I wanna think about Ermac, T1000.
Oh, that's the same start as game 1. No, not the
Oh
clock.
no.
Jesus. He just shot him in broad daylight.
Not again. On 5th Avenue? No way. Swinging.
Also, Struggling Black dropping some big knowledge in the chat. Oh, what's going on, Struggling? It says, Aztec's brother won the Mountain Dew HBCU MK tournament last year. Won 25,000?
Yeah, that was for a, I believe that was for a 25,000 for school.
Oh,
so that
yeah,
tournament,
that's right.
that tournament was only open to like people in college. And I'm sure he had like the best coach available for anyone there. And like, yeah, this is Aztec. Like, it's just...
Back in MK9, I entered a college tournament, and I thought it was a $500 prize. It was a $500 scholarship.
Ah, there you go.
But I won it.
You're like, you want it? Were you going to college? Or you're like, what do I do with
Nope.
this?
So
What do
everyone
I
that
do
signed
with
up
this?
really wanted it, and they were going to college, and I took it and wasted it. I would just throw it in the trash.
Did it expire?
That's right.
No?
I'm a scumbag. Purest scumbag imaginable.
You should have said, I'll give it to you for half price. $250.
Yeah, see, right? Give me
There's
the
a
cash,
chance.
I give you the credit. And a full combo? Yes, 350 for 537 on the board. I'm going to count it. B-Wood
counts.
breaking the curse.
That counts. The world curse is over. Empty jump command grab. Filthy. Filthy stuff. Filthy stuff from El Kukui, the boogeyman. Sweeping him in the corner. Just down 2? Just down 2? I mean, it is a high, you know. That string that's really good is a high. Delaying wake up just makes that string better. And it was a non-delay wake up, down 2. Good option. Good option against it. Right in his face. Poking him. See, El Kukui didn't want that to get blocked. I mean, didn't want that to hit. He wanted the down poke to get blocked. He wanted Ermac to think, or B-Wood to think, hey, it's my turn, I can swing. And things just got a little messy there. He also didn't want that to hit because he wanted to tick throw it, and he didn't hit or block confirm it in that scenario, which might be pretty hard to do, especially in an online setting. But it's these fine-tuned little details, these little slip-ups, if you will, that I'm seeing here. Drop the Gento. Curse continues. The curse is back. The curse is back, guys. It's not empty jump low. The scummiest thing Ermac can do. And because it was just off of the low, I believe this is not going to scale enough to keep him alive. This is going to be easy death. And B-Wood getting on the board. Getting a game. Stopping the El Kukui train. Or at least slowing it down. Next step is stopping it, and the next step after that is just pulling it off the track completely. But it's a big train. Let me tell you, that's a big train to stop. And El Kukui, so fittingly, just as his name suggests, as the boogeyman, he is able to shape shift into other characters. Can just go into any other top tier. So El Kukui is
whoa! Put that away. Put the big boy down. Oh
yes,
my
yes,
sweet,
yes.
Oh my sweet 8-pound, 6-ounce newborn infant Jesus.
Do you know how many combos you have to hit him with to make this team die? This team has so much goddamn health.
Oh, I thought you meant how many times has Conan got to hit you? Once, probably.
Once.
In this team.
No.
Are you kidding me? Conan Shujinko, it's like a truck, and oh my god, he threw an old man. Oh my.
But now it's also
broke every bone in his body.
But it's also like
good.
hitting a truck. Like your combos are doing no damage to Conan. Conan is a tank,
soaker.
A super tank.
Swinging with tree trunks for normals.
So much blood just pouring out of the abdomen there as he goes for the tricky mix. You know, just kind of stating that he is in a very comfortable state. Yeah, that was 100% him whiffing out any normal, whiffing out any button. What is Ermac going to do about it? Good flawless block there, staying in the game. Oh, just wake up. Just wake up. That's super fast. I guess you could possibly flawless block it, but I kind of saw a backdash attempt there from Ermac. Good challenge. Not going to deal with any of these stance shenanigans. None of it.
This time, he was taking a chunk. But what would Half-Life anyone else in the game still above that? Oh, it was almost halfway.
Damage.
Almost
halfway. Literally would have been halfway for anyone else. More than halfway. Easily. But Conan probably going to live to see another combo. Down poking, stopping any kind of movement as B-Wood trying to open up that space. And that's really what you want. You don't want to be like right in Conan's face. You kind of want to like make those buttons whiff, and you know, you want to capitalize on the limited options Conan has past his normals. Like, yeah, he can throw his cameo. Oh my gosh, nice conversion. Yeah, that was super good call out.
Conan has 3 armored options. And 2 of them really slow and armor breaker. They're just like that, and it's going to force him to, if he's going to try to armor, go for the quicker one, which is that rising uppercut, which also has a mind game behind it of a follow-up or not. The 1-1. All right, here we go. That's going to do some unholy damage. And El Kukui had just fought against... Oh my god, it's not even over yet. Wait a minute.
It's not.
How much is this doing? By god!
Why does Shujinko have so many like restands against so many characters? It's not fair. Didn't get the punish. B-Wood lives to see another day. Never mind.
No, he doesn't. Nope.
He's dead. He's dead. He's absolutely
It's going to be
dead.
all she wrote. Conan with a swing of this claymore. We'll take it. Oh, he's swagging out too.
Don't do
Okay.
it. No. Why?
Okay.
Why?
El Kukui, ladies and gentlemen. I was just going to say, I saw tournament result earlier today. Gotcha, B-Wood. Saw a tournament earlier today, results where El Kukui got second to Conan Shujinko. And he is kind of the guy where, you know, if it's working, against, especially against him, he's going to use it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely...
But I want to say that he's been on the Conan for a while himself.
Yeah. I want to say the first time I've heard ramblings of El Kukui's Conan was specifically derived from playing with Ninja Killa, because, you know, they're close friends, and, you know, we all saw Ninja Killa's Conan for a very long time, and it's just a character that if you have super good neutral and just like solid understanding of like occupying space with normals and, you know, players' poke tendencies, like Conan will eat you alive. Like, you have to have it's a big knowledge check to rock Shujinko, because you basically have to understand how Shujinko plays in all these different matchups. But Conan's huge normals keep Shujinko safe easily, because they're not just normals like in the sense of like other characters' normals. They're huge, disjointed normals that aren't going to extend his hurt box. But on top of that, there's very few gaps in a lot of the approaches, a lot of the routes into damage. So you can't get past Conan to stop Shujinko unless you have like, you know, a crazy teleport and a cameo that's going to keep you safe for teleporting, because that's a huge that's inherently a huge risk. So once you get past that huge knowledge check, that understanding of how does Shujinko play against every character and these optimal routes, like it's all fundamentals. And that's why I think you see Conan in such a great light in the hands of, you know, established players like El Kukui and Ninja Killa. And it's really awesome to see, especially after, like, I mean, come on, you remember everybody saying Conan sucked when he came out. Conan's got no sauce.
Buff Conan.
This is, yeah, the buff Conan, like this character doesn't do anything. And I guess like it was sort of like a challenge for Ninja Killa. Like, you guys really think this character sucks? And I'll play it. I'll play it.
How in the world did we get the stars to align during that pro competition for it to be Conan Shujinko against someone that I don't know if they didn't know, but it was against Takeda?
Oh,
That is
yeah.
the worst of the worst when it comes to what is capable
dirtiest.
in the hands of that team. You saw it, 750 fucking damage combos.
Dude, it's disgusting. And like on top of that, it was also in the hands of somebody who never drops, dude. Like Ninja very rarely will mess a combo up, and it's just he's just been like that since like MKX. Like, if you guys don't think that Ninja Killa is just someone super special to what fighting games are, like, this person's such a legend when it comes to like what they were and the whispers that people were saying, like, this kid is a killer. Like, this kid so good at MKX, literally could destroy anybody in this game. And it was like the time frame, because it happened after the competitive lifespan of MKX, you know, cycled through, and everyone's like, no, he's just good now because we're not playing that game anymore. And then that set up like a perfect, like a perfect setting 2 years later when MK11 came out, and everyone's just like, holy shit, this kid is so good. This kid is literally as good as Sonic Fox. And it's like, with what training? Like, it's literally just passion and like, what is it? Instincts. Like, such an instinctual player. All right,
this has me super excited. We got Shuletta, who's been a little bit of a talking point in the community of late, and then we got Rogelio, a man after my own heart, who's rocking the Geras, but not with the Motaro pairing. It is Geras Tremor, which has been a team on the tear recently, not just here in North America. That in particular is my favorite thing to watch. Is just him
so good.
YOLO front flip with the backing of Tremor, covering so much space above as well with the high uppercut. Saw it on display in a couple of regions throughout Pro Comp, but holy crap, Shuletta's doing a lot of damage back.
I mean, that's what it is with Tremor, right? It's just you can utilize him in so many different ways and just keep things safe. Not only are you like keeping things safe, but you're also turning them into potential combos. And, you know, so if they block it, cool, whatever, I'm still good. And if they don't block it, or if they block the unsafe part and try to punish it, they get launched up for, you know, a good damage, or, you know, decent damage, at least a conversion. And it plays so well with Geras, because Geras isn't always looking for maximum damage. Sometimes he just wants an easy convert into some breathing room so he can load up some hourglasses, or maybe set up, you know, some of this tricky...
If he has 2 bars, go for the clone. If he has a bar and an hourglass, he can play a little bit riskier with the reverse time. He puts the armor right in time. Holy crap, to get the absorption punish on that. For an MK11 and MK1 character, he reached into the MKX playbook. The Time Lord indeed. Rogelio all over this one. Bullying right now. That's extra damage because the corner, and that's going to be all she wrote, Rogelio. Taking game number 1, and this is our last winner's side match for top 8 here for week number 2 of the Kolosseum. This is where the big points are, and the prestige of playing on Sunday night. Sunday! Here on 6 o'clock tomorrow if you guys want to see the epic conclusion. But so far in winners top 8, Mari, Hourglass of Rain, and El Kukui, the usual suspects. Here, we're going to get some new blood on the season, making top 8, no matter how this goes. Rogelio taking first blood, looking to put Papa Geras in the winner's side seat of this one. Strap in. We had a couple surprises last week. It was the Natara, it was the Quan, and Mari still might be going Quan in that winner's run.
Yeah,
We'll be joined by maybe a little bit of Geras, and Geras has been on the up, man. Girl with those consistent top 8s everywhere in the world. Everywhere in the world. Everywhere.
Somehow he's everywhere.
He made top 8 this morning in Belgium.
He literally landed there this morning and played and made top 8. Like he did not have time to rest. Girl works a 9 to 5, like five days a week job. Left work,
which he also usually travels for. I heard.
Yes.
So,
oh yeah.
God bless.
sometimes he shows up on national TV doing a 40-yard dash.
He did the NFL 40-yard dash, guys. The only player in the history of gaming to run the 40-yard dash. That is a hell of a stat.
George from IT.
And dude, it was a pretty good dash. I'm gonna give him some credit.
I do have some secret on that dash. That was actually his second attempt at the dash, which is why he looked so locked in.
Wow,
they said
that's you should not have told me that, because he did look crazy locked in for that.
He was locked in. It was good. It was a good dash. Whether that was your second, third, or fourth, it was a good dash. I mean, was that mine going to do anything to him? He had armor up. He had armor up.
But how cool was it that the end of the string is what got him out of that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just pushed him forward. Just let him find that breathing room.
Kukui, is that true? He said a Smash player won the Super Bowl.
That's it.
Wow.
That's I mean, what kind of Smash player? Are we talking like I like to casually play Smash, or like, you know,
like an actual
I'm a top
player?
I'm a top
That's
8er.
crazy.
A melee top 8er.
Yeah,
Top
I won the
8ist.
Super Bowl last week, and I'm here to fuck people up with this Smash local. Let's go. Oh, Rogelio's fucking up health bars left and right, 4 in a row. He is erasing Shuletta from this timeline tonight.
Shuletta's looking a little lost here, to be honest. And I feel like it's one of those. I feel like it's when you fight just Geras by himself, you're looking at resource management. You're looking at like the hourglasses he has loaded up. You're trying to, make sense of, when will my combo be a real combo, and when do I commit a little bit less when I find that opening to, try to bait out a rewind, or, try to do different combo routes to keep him on his toes, because it is all very specific timings to get out of those rewind. Like again, not downplaying Geras. Geras is very good, and rewind is super broke, but you have to know how to do it, and when you mess it up, it feels super bad.
I'm since getting back home from Brazil, I've been trying to learn Geras Motaro, and I haven't successfully reverse timed yet, and it is very tricky to kind of learn when and where you can, because it is really easy to mess up and you just get hit.
Yeah, it sucks, and I was playing a little bit with it in the lab, and it was before they added like the replay feature, but like the replay feature now makes it so easy to figure out, okay, I just lost to this guy, when was he doing certain combos, and when do I get to rewind time out of it successfully. That might have been able to get a forward dash before that back too, but that is a pretty tough input to hit forward and then back. Empty jump keeps it nice and safe. Yep. Movado mine to complement that throw at the end of that string.
They call it a mine.
Oh my.
There. Took frames off it. Oh, he hit him too high. That was very unfortunate.
That was so weird. I wonder if he could have gotten a punish in that situation. Back two, finds it, lands it pretty easily. Checking afterwards, that down one, making sure he doesn't go anywhere. I feel like people usually have good armor, good armor, good armor. So I believe if he did the whole string, there's still a gap there. So it was one of those things where, what's he going to do? Bait this out and jump over? Bait it out and flawless block? Probably not. Even jumping over in that scenario, because Movado Mine was there to have his back, he couldn't really do anything. Now, crystalline armor, I want to say, is not like a super. It's not a super. It's definitely not the mechanic that it was in MKX.
No.
It's like super toned down. Like I feel like even Doomsday's crystalline armor in Injustice 1 was way better than the one in this one. It's crystalline armor is one of those things that you just have to lab against and figure out like what string do I do that's safe on block and hits, and will push them away and just keep me safe.
Yeah, the hit back on it is much more severe. So if you like do a string with multiple hits, usually the end of it tends to kind of put the person in the crystalline armor really far away from you, and then you're just kind of at a position to just disrespect again. And as long as you hit, you know that they're going to be in a negative situation because of that little hit stun that it puts them in. That doesn't really exist with Doomsday, right? It's just a really quick shrug off, like it's like instant versus an actual stun.
It's the same thing with Tremor and MKX. Like it was almost non-existent. What was faster? Was it Doomsday or was it Doomsday coming out?
But
Tremor was faster, right?
Wait. Like activation? The quick activation was probably Doomsday, but I think the better one was Crystalline.
The hourglass
is
the source of all oppression.
Because man, Doomsday just it's on. It's activated.
It was such a weird. There was like no timer. Remember, it was like the symbol. You had to like wait for the symbol to piece back together. It was very, very unique UI choices that made that game so dear to me. There we go. That's the degenerate play we love to see
50-50.
when the chips are down. Hey, I gotta do this. I literally have to do this. Playing honest was not it. He does have Hourglass loaded up, and I'm not really sure why he didn't tap into Rewind right in that situation. Maybe he just didn't think it was going to do enough damage. Overhead, easy convert. Even if it gets blocked, gonna keep it safe. Love the call out of Venti jump.
And now he's got everything. He has everything. A clone, Hourglass is 3 bars, and now he's gonna get it all back. He's getting grosser by the second. He's gonna have full Tremor in just a moment as well. Is it clone time? 2 bars are on the screen. Doesn't even need it. That's one of the dirtiest tick throws right there into the mid on hit or block that is working in 2 spots.
Yeah, that's kind of been like a theme of command grabs, right? You EX it and they work on hit or, block. So it's kind of one of those like low risk options. Oh, what a whiff punish! Like, what a bait! No, that was 100% a bait. Walk up to him, make him press, punish him right in between those buttons. Not sure if he was able to get a punish afterwards. That sand clone is very weird because you have to punish the sand clone and then anticipate. So what he could have actually done in that scenario, I think he can cancel the down poke into roll, and that would have punished Geras coming out of sand clone. Crystalline armor, I don't know if that's the right option, but he's just going for it. Just this armor again. The sweep, pushing him back. Watch out for that sand clone. Movado getting rid of it entirely. What a hit. I know it's just 2 buttons, but still, saw that, and just every neuron in your brain just clicking, yes, go into fatal blow, Crystalline armor. I want to say this is like the most use of crystalline armor I've ever seen from anybody. Oh my gosh, the throw. The rewind didn't work. The rewind time did not work, so he came off both those resources, came off the hourglass, came off that 1 bar, and he's going into this final round at a huge disadvantage. What? He wasn't facing the right way? What? Come on. Somebody help.
Help me.
Help me. Help me, Jesus.
Ooh, a swing and a miss right there, covered by the mine. Oh, gonna grab nothing? Look at him get punished for that.
You need those 2 hits. Yeah, you need those 2 hits to punish. One for the sand clone and one for the real Geras when he comes out of sand clone. And they're not like, they don't have to be sequential. It's so specific, and it's like only applies to Geras because there's no other mechanic like that in the game. Trying to bait out a down 1, just meeting him there with big meaty back 2s. And I also love like the patience from Chuleta, just kind of wait and see, is the delay wake up coming or is the delay wake up not coming? Down poke, doesn't want to get too risky, right in his face, just gonna have to hold anything. And that literally was not even a last breath scenario. He had full bar, but I think he was pressing, so he's either, maybe he was just trying to get out of there. Maybe he was moving. It didn't say counter hit, but he was absolutely not blocking. And this is like I feel like I'm seeing a lot more experimenting with the Shadow Clone, doing a ton of work, but that crystalline armor, it almost seems like Chuleta is not. And again, I don't play Havoc. I don't know if there's a specific string that works against crystalline armor, because what everyone needs to realize is that the crystalline armor has the same amount of hit stun no matter what the hit is. So it changes the frame data entirely. I think we were supposed to set the stage on fire, but we got no ignition. That's okay.
Our Pyrotechnic crew was
Spark,
they were just
Spark,
enjoying the match so much.
Come on, come on, come on. Guys, everybody's working, everyone's working overtime, all right?
Poseidon, thanks for the sell as well, man. A fellow Ocean Lord.
Ocean Lord. I like that title.
Yeah, one more. There are 7 seas, there are 7 Ocean Lords, baby. He's one of them. Congrats.
Does he get the Antarctic Sea? Is that a sea?
Yeah.
It is, right? Which one's the best sea? Atlantic? Has to be Atlantic, right? That's like free,
That's where,
top.
That's where Atlantis is.
All right, so which one's the worst? Is it Antarctic? It's got to be. The Red Sea. Is that a sea? It's not a sea.
Maybe. Which one's the saltiest? That one. That's the worst one. That's the worst sea.
You gotta go. You gotta get in there. Get in there right after pools.
Oh, Tremor took the hit too. That was gonna be extra damage. A really smart reversal of time.
So yeah, so it was like
happened.
So it was like he wasn't punishing the overhead on block. It was because the overhead whiffed. Oh, there's no time. Time is not on your side, Geras. Time is not on your side. You gotta hit him. Not happening. And I love the immediate side switch there from Chuleta. Just get over to the other side and keep him at bay. Sand Clone activation. Sand Clone recovering. Your opportunity to punish is slowly going away. You need to take action. And it's so weird. It's one of those things you just have to lab or go for, but in a high stakes situation like this against an incredible Geras player, like I don't know if that's the stage to be experimenting. But Chuleta finding the hit, Chuleta side switching, extending with Movado, and now he's got the corner position. Safe jump right in front of his face, not watching his toes, getting launched for a huge combo. And cashing
bringing
out.
Us back from the proverbial grave right now. Are you kidding me? With the throw with all those resources, Chuleta. The madman from Mexico taking this 3-2 and has tagged and bagged his victim. Are you kidding me? Now, they were saying some stuff in the Discord before this happened. Nothing crazy at all. It was nothing crazy at all.
Keep it in the game.
But damn, there was some juice to it.
Keep it in the game, yes?
Yep.
You like to see that. I mean, we're old heads. We come from the era of
we've
tons of shit talking. Yes,
Yep.
we've done, we've said, we've seen tons of trash talk, and it's you know, there's a point to it, and I feel like, you know, the number one quote when it comes to trash talk that I always hear usually from people who are older than us is, are you guys kidding me? Back in the arcade days, it was nothing but trash talk. It was nothing but you are garbage. Wait till we get to my quarter. I'm gonna mop you up. Like it was just the nature of the setting. Like you want to be the best, you want to compete, you want your competitive nature to come out. Like you want to win, and sometimes you take some liberties. Sometimes you sit and enjoy it and dish out the trash talk. There's nothing wrong with it as long as you keep it in the game. As long as you keep it in the game.
Here's the bracket so far, guys. We have a lot of top 8 set right now. On the winner's side, Mari, Hourglass, Chuleta, and El Kukui. We're now going to set some losers matches. This is our first losers top 8 match that is going to begin right now.
I'm ready.
Let me get Kells.
Are you ready?
And Tragic in here. Tragic made top 8 last week, but we never saw him on stream.
So we got to see him this time.
His match 4 stream was like one of the only ones off stream to set top 8. And in losers round 1, we held it off stream, so we didn't get to actually see him physically. And I said, dude,
We
Dynasty
need it.
one here.
We need it.
Guys, this one will not. Guy.
This one will not what?
It will not count.
Okay. Oh,
Uh,
sorry. We were telling.
yeah,
I thought production was
my bad.
talking to me. That's okay.
Yep, my bad. I was talking to the players through my pad on that one.
Guys, we will not. I didn't see that you went like off the camera to say it. You're like where you pretend that we can't hear you anymore, but we absolutely can still hear you. It's okay.
Rogelio, you sure? All right.
Please update me. What's going on?
Rogelio says DQ me from losers.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not here to not, honor that.
Yes. At the end of the day, as much as we would love to see the continuation of it, as much as you don't want to see a player do that, at the end of the day, you still have to respect a player's wishes when it is that. DQ from losers, that's what you got to do.
But he is asking, would he have a long wait or would he have a match? And you down to after this one. You're
All checking to see if the mic is still picking it up.
Yep, I had to. You never know.
Did I make you self-conscious of that by just calling you out? I feel like any other commentator would have just ignored that. He's like, I can still hear you. You're still on. Your mic is hot. Your mic. All right, we got Kells and Tragic coming up on stream. That's going to set up winner's top 8 on the loser side. The winner of that. So what that's A1. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Okay, so that they're going to play the winner in the same bracket from that pool. So A1 down below. So it's just prolonging the bracket down in A1 over to the top 8. So the winner of that will play the winner of Joystick versus Miss, which is happening right now off stream. I would have liked to see Miss, but I guess we got enough of them in the top 8 last week, so I guess he can just keep playing. Guess he can just keep competing, keep going for Kolo. Again, if anyone wants to follow along at home, start.gg/Kolosseum. That's KOLOSSEUM. There we go. EUM.
Not for the faint of hearts, for those at home to try to spell on a regular basis that are regular competitors here, Arma, all the time, but it is a unique way to spell Kolosseum. And we like to stand out here. It's Kolo for short, KOLO. We've been doing this for a long time. We have now, we've just passed 5 years of running just this online series. I think we've done almost 300 tournaments so far, just from this across every title that's happened since Mortal Kombat 9. We do have an MK9 and an Injustice 1 tournament on the channel that are two of the highest viewed, and because they're just the classics.
Sure, it's
and then from there, so many more.
Yeah, and it's just a lot, and it's amazing to see the community like all come together. I know it's a lot of work, but it's great to see it, and it's great to see MK1 and any MKs being played at the highest level. And it's not too late for anyone to compete if they're not in it. I know we hinted at some players who have not yet signed up for Kolosseum. It is still not too late to get in there, get those wins, get lots of points. Tell me, Mr. Aquaman, what are we seeing?
I'm
Sign
watching
up.
the players go to a final round in this after I told them what I told them, and I can't tell if they're actually playing.
All right, sign up for the Kolosseum. Take your phone out and scan that code. Also, make sure you guys join the Kolo Discord, whether you're playing in the tournament or not. Well, if you're playing in the tournament, you definitely need to be in the Discord to communicate everything and make sure everything's going. But the Discord is also a great resource for getting games with, levels of players from all skill sets, lower levels, intermediate levels, or even super sweaty pro levels. So get in that Discord, ask for games, get some resources, make some connections. Mr. Aquaman, what do we got?
Yeah. These two
I just
are
see the
still playing this
transition.
match. It is still one. They have like one hit left each with 30 seconds in the final round. But we're so late in this bracket. If they played that officially, I will allow it to have.
I mean, there's no.
But I thought that I said something that told them to just down 2 it out, and then after it,
maybe you whispered it too low and they didn't hear it. So you know what? I'm gonna take the blame for this one because I've been like ragging on you all night for talking into the mic, and I think you got self-conscious and you didn't say it loud enough, and maybe they didn't hear it. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt.
Tragic cut it off.
Ermac.
Did he? Did it count? Did the first game count? You said it looked pretty sweaty. Maybe they were doing maybe instead of doing button checks, they were doing combo checks. Was it a combo check? Do you remember combo checks? Bro, I just want to play my set. I just want to play my set.
Okay.
All right.
They went in before I even typed that. Holy crap. Okay.
They're playing.
Like I said, if they play that out, I'll go ahead and count it, and it would be Tragic Up 1-0.
Okay. All right. Let's see what happens. They're gonna let us know. They're gonna let us know in the chat and see what. But right now, we're just assuming things are just getting started. Love the jump pressure afterwards to kind of keep him on his toes, to kind of throw off a little bit of the timing, because you are making decisions when you get up. You can mash down 1, you can mash backdash. Making that whiff and just easy. Again, just a huge green light. Like, you gotta, and I know it's one of the slower normals. I'm not saying it's his fault, but you gotta be a little cautious when you press those buttons. Those buttons are very good. Those buttons lead into very messed up scenarios. Whoa, good block of the overhead, standing up just in time, not seeing the throw animation, not reacting with the obvious back throw into the corner. Instead, just kind of waiting his time. That was an easy, clean punish. Had he meter burned it, that could have led into a lot of damage. And hey, we got a full Havoc cameo bar, so of course, we're opting to look into the throw option. Throw down that mine and just get an easy conversion. Blocking the low, nowhere for you to go without taking a huge risk. Whoa, that could have been whiffing for days, and maybe a back two could have made a connection there. But Ermac is just so fast, and having access to cancels, like, you're never really sure what he's committing to. You're never really sure if he's gonna go for the full thing, if that is an opening to, getting that damage that you're just so desperately looking for. Oh boy, the throw again. I feel like his entire life bar died to throw. And his combos took so long that his cameo bar came all the way back for Movado Mine to be up again. Now he's just got to find a straight little hit, a weird little sweep, a throw, anything. Oh, so dangerous. You're living on the edge, and he just went straight for it. But it's okay. He's got the meter. Never mind. Never mind.
He had the meter, and
he had the
gone.
meter.
The Shroud will save him for just a little bit here. I like that Tragic is rocking the Conchu mask of Ermac here.
Ooh,
Praise the moon.
Didn't commit with a forward cancel. Instead, just kind of opted to back off. Maybe he thought armor was coming his way, and Havoc's armor is one of those things where it's a little bit slower, but if you jump over it or make it whiff, that's kind of the easier route to punishing it outside of just flawless blocking it. I don't know. I'm very bad at flawless blocking that Havoc wake up. It's a tough one.
It's
Challenging.
how slow it is that gets everyone. You're still used to trying to get it right down the frame nice and early, but you gotta wait for so long.
And not only that, but also the risk that's inherent with it.
It fucking hurts.
Because yeah, if you do it too late, you're just like, oh my god, I'm dying for no resources. I'm dying. Oh boy, whiffed out that armor move. Smart, patient play here. Kells looking amazing in this final round of this game. The down poke, getting challenged afterwards. I don't know what he was doing, but he was not blocking. He's got some health. He's a little meaty, but I think he's gonna die. I'm pretty sure he's gonna die. Oh, he's absolutely dead. Nowhere near. Oh my god, he died by like more than 4%. Never mind. That is dead. That is dead.
Ooh, okay. No. Tragic, I will go with that. No problem.
What happened? Please tell me.
1-0 Tragic.
1-0 Tragic, so that match did not count. Did not count. Did not count.
Yep. We're saying no count. It's 1-0.
1-0.
Thank you, boys. I'm gonna give some updates on the bracket as well. We got some big ones. Mist and Joystick, 4 top 8, is the only one that I had play off stream. All good, Tragic. And Mist took it 3-1. Mist back in top 8.
Let's go, Mist. That's my boy. That's my
Mist on a big run.
MKNJ. Yes. That's my son. That's my
3-2
son.
over Meezy. 3-2 over Meezy. 3-1 over Yadri LL Punk, and then 3-1 over Joystick on the top 8 run.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
On the other side, and on the other side is actually this match right here. Kells and Tragic.
Yes.
Tragic taking out Gengar, Kompa in a game 5. Zupa before that, really big run. Gengar having a big run down there. Kells, of course, had the run through winners. And on the loser's side, and 4 top 8 after this, we're going to have Rogelio versus the winner of Sentinel and Where's Hanzo. He was making a big run himself. Had a big victory over Mike the Seraphan. That's huge. And then 4 top 8. Yakuza versus Syndicate. Yakuza Knights 3-1 over Parson HP. A big win. Yakuza got 3rd place on 3rd place or 4th place last week. I think 3rd place.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a very good showing last week for Yakuza. It was definitely up there. All right. Yes, that's right, because they met. It was 3rd place because they had to play Mari in winners finals.
Ah, that's right. And then El Kukui made
And then Alkukui beat him in the finals. Overhead. Tons of pressure from Ermac, just over and over again. You have to, again, I personally, I feel like you can't sit there and block. Like, obviously he can bait things like armor or, you know, some mashing, but you can't get too complicit with everything that Ermac's doing when he's putting hands on you, whether those are like soul hands or like physical hands. Decides the breaker, slowing down the regen time or freezing the regen time of that cameo from Kung Lao. Overhead opening him up, but no commitment from Ermac. There's a challenge, absolutely. Oh, he could have got it. Oh, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. He found the cheeky stuff. No conversion from Avado. I thought that only comes out on a hit. Back to Stagger, but it does get challenged perfectly here. Stagger pressure is one of those very hard thing to get used to in terms of like challenging, because it comes so late in your path to becoming a really good player, because you feel like you have to block in a lot of scenarios and you have to respect frame advantage, because really good players will blow you up for disrespecting things. Really good players will jail you easily for, you know, ducking after getting hit, and, you know, you're just kind of on guard constantly. So, you know, when you have to challenge stagger pressure, you have to be so willing to switch gears in your head from I need to be primarily defensive to I need to be primarily offensive. You know, and it's one of those things where you just kind of have to just risk it to make your opponent aware of that option, to make them more afraid of what you're willing to do. Speaking of afraid, I thought that Kenshi was the worst character in this game. That's what all 20 Kenshi mains told me. That this character is just useless. 5 seconds off Sento time was a death sentence. Oh, is that fair? Free Sento? Is that fair? Free summon of Sento? Is that fair? Please tell me.
On hit? On whiff? Oh, he's back.
I'm done. Good punish. No, he didn't go for the rest of the stream.
Oh, here he comes, the Bladed Demon. Blue Fury. Blue Steel. Dude, look. What a round. Kells responding in kind. The Blind Swordsman. Still
I don't know.
Blade to him.
I don't know what you saw, but what I saw was a really good character. Just waiting for the opportunity with the camp. What can you do about it? Like, you literally can't do anything about this. You have to just stay in Sento Hell. Okay, poking back. Literally, as I said, you can't do anything about it. Says, oh, I'll do this about it. The overhead timed with the low hat. So good. How are you going to block that? Bouncing him up, staying in the air, making sure that this hurts as much as possible. Holding on to those 3 bars, maybe waiting for the next combo, maybe waiting for the next round instead. Trying to hold on to those resources because he knows that when I start this next round, I'm going to have full striker. I'm going to have everything I need. Whoa, grenades. Grenades gave him the opening. Sento, help me. Don't take a knee. Sento, help. Dashing forward and dashing back. Ermac has some of the best backwards mobility. I hate that. I hate that mid. Oh,
That's
it
a
creeps
twitch.
me out.
That's
Ugh. So scared. Maybe because it's nighttime, I'm just a little more scared.
Just get dark.
Blocking low.
I'm not sure about you, but I'm starving.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're hungry.
So these players for top 8. The last match is 4. There are 2 more matches after this, and we are done for the day. Top 8 will be set. And as an update, Sentinel MK won his match 3-2 over Let Me Know Where's Hanzo. That's his gamer tag. LMK, Where's Hanzo? 3-2. Really big run. Took out Michael Seraphan, another really good Gears in the fray. But Sentinel taking it 3-2 in a game 5. It's going to be Sentinel MK versus Rogelio next on stream for top 8. After that, Yakuza Knight versus Senecas for top 8. That's tragic. My bad. I was in the middle of a bracket rant when I realized that was match point for tragic. Holy crap!
Yeah, that was kind of a steamroll, you know.
The Sentification that was round 1, not enough.
Yeah,
Not
it
to
was.
come back.
It was weird. Like I feel like Tragic just kind of maybe kind of just remembered how to deal with Sento, or just like challenged in the right spot. I Sento, look, as much as I love to say that Kenshi's not as bad as everyone's saying, I will admit that it takes a lot of execution, and I don't think playing a character like Kenshi / Sento is as easy as like riding a bike again. And when you have holes in your offense, it's tough to get people to respect you when they see like, okay, this isn't as tight. There's an opening here. I can mash here where I normally can't. And I think we saw a little bit of that, because that striker cameo now just gets that thing out for free. Like it is so free how easily Sento comes out in that scenario. And it's like, and it's not just Sento coming out, because obviously you can always pull Sento out, but it's Sento coming out in that Sento sandwich scenario where you have Kenshi on one side and Sento on the other, so that there's nowhere to go, that there's no wiggle room, and that it just becomes this 50-50 game of the overhead or the low. So that's the fun part. That's what we love to see. That's what we're enjoying. And that's what you Kenshi players are all downplaying. And that's it.
It's more here's the results from week number 1, where we have a lot of the usual suspects making it back here in week number 2. As Mari back in the top 8, El Kukui. Yakuza is going to be playing for it next on stream. Mist making it back in.
That's right. And
Tragic as well with the victory there.
I believe Mist also made it in through the loser side as well.
Yes.
And did a pretty good run. You know,
In the
it's
4th, I think. Yep.
Yeah. It's tough
I
to
say that like I'm not looking at the thing that says that.
I'm literally looking at Homelander front and center under the number 4. Homelander.
How do you look at the
Yeah.
screen sometimes when I talk? Holy crap.
You're just hey, it's been a long day, you know, a long day of Kalo, a long day of getting ready for the production.
Watched some Brussels earlier too, which was fantastic.
That's right.
Yep,
You were
going on right now.
You were streaming it. That's right. Pro comp. And again, you don't need to make top 8 to get those points. You need to make top 32 to get those points. The tied for 5th still gets 25 points after these week 2 standings. So obviously this is week 1 standings, because week 2 is not over yet. We don't know how many points each people got, or or is this the standings before the top 8 is determined?
Yeah,
As of right now. So
as of right now, but not who has gotten top 32 points today. I still have to update that after the stream.
Okay, so this is the week. Yeah, so week 1 standings, results after week 1.
Yes.
So this is what, generally you see how many points are up for grabs and the differentials between all the different tiers, like between first and second, between 17th and 25th. It's, you know, not too devastating, so it kind of just evens out the playing field. Like if you have a few bad weeks, you can really make up for it. And I think that this more, I guess a point system like this kind of rewards consistency more. Whereas like if you have like a huge showing in the final week, but you know, you did awful, you went 0-2 every other week, like you're not going to super jump up there, but you know, you still could. It's still possible. And I think this kind of balances it out a little bit and rewards the more consistent placer versus, you know, the one that just kind of comes in and steamrolls just like people in, you know, 1 or 2 weeks. All right. We got the Homelander versus Sector.
Girls get it done.
Ooh, I wasn't sure who Sentinel was rocking at the moment. And
You have one
Sector.
with me, Homelander.
When I say Sector, saying Sector always remind. Do you remember what they used to call human Sector in MK9?
No.
They used to call him Hector.
No.
So, yes, dude, I swear to God, if you type in Hector into Test Your Might, you're gonna see people calling. Yeah, you're gonna see some. Because I want to say in MK9, human Sector was like better than robot Sector.
Yes.
Like, yeah, because it had like way less recovery. Yeah, and the rockets and the, I want to say the flamethrower was like super good. Like just a super good like special move. It's hard. My memory's super fuzzy. It's been a while.
It was opposite too, because it was human Sector was better, but human Cyrax was worse.
Yes. And I think Sector was the opposite because they weren't just skins. Like it changed frame data and a lot of the way that special moves came out. I thought it was almost like they gave us a different character. Whoa, Motaro gone. Motaro means I'm out of here. That was a pretty good call out. You know, you got to respect the idea. Like, oh, you're stuck there in that animation, but Motaro coming out as an ambush cameo can literally get you out of anything that you're doing.
I love that challenge from Rogelio too. You know, kind of immediately seeing the teleport out and he checks did that Homelander Demon Dash right up into the uppercut. And that uppercut on the Demon Dash is super effective at calling out those jump backs of Sector as well. But corner time. Smart Rocket.
Boy.
Too committed to make it a parry G or an input air.
Yeah, might have been an input error. It was very, very strange to do that up close. I almost thought it was the throw, but you're right, that was the parry animation. Now, yeah, this is looking tough. I mean, all right, so Rogelio we saw a little bit early on stream using Geras. I feel like after, when Gur lost to Foxy Grandpa twice on stream during Pro Comp, I think it was just kind of like a declaration by all Gears players that this matchup is terrible. And I think that's why we're seeing the immediate switch to Homelander. But I'm not honestly, like I'm just keeping it real. I don't see a fully
Gears coming back out.
I don't see the Gears coming out, but I'm not seeing a Homelander hit the combos that I'm used to seeing. I saw the overhead hit in the corner, no conversion. So like even when the callouts are right, you're dropping things because of execution. So I don't know how ready this Homelander is, but that should tell you how awful that matchup is, Geras versus Sector, that he's willing to use, you know, a subpar, not ready Homelander versus a Geras that's just going to get zoned out the entire time. Overhead. And that's going to be easy peasy conversion. Empty jump into the down 3, I believe, the low poke. But you know, even when the low poke hit, I still feel like I'm seeing Sentinel just kind of run away with it, just saying I'm backing off. Love the Demon Dash here. Good call out of the projectile, getting right underneath it and just going right for the uppercut, keeping him in the corner. This is Homelander super aggressive. Goes for the breaker. 3 bars, pretty costly, but again, simple little drops like that is stuff I'm not really used to seeing when somebody's playing Homelander.
I gotta have that quick execution. There's another call out again of the teleport with the
Fatal blow?
On the market. Hello. I'm saying hello when I should be saying goodbye.
I don't know, man. This is I'm liking it. Okay, I'm seeing the Homelander come out, but I think this is gonna scale too much. I don't think it's gonna kill.
Full screen even that, Chad. Just kidding.
I think he tried it. No, he didn't swing Farah. He jumped twice, and Farah did not come off his back.
Anything off of Farah, or like anything with Farah right there.
Anything. Literally jumped right up there.
NJP?
That's okay. That's
The
okay.
claw?
Remember NJP?
Claw.
Ferritor NJP from MKX.
Jeez. That was... There it is.
Dude, I mean...
Only a shell of its former self, but still a beast, nonetheless.
Well, we don't all have the giant arm span of
That
Thor.
thing it was a massive 360 arcing presence, is what it
That'll
was.
get ratings.
It was like, oh, what we used to say, like, didn't we say like it was a 1 to 11, 1 to 11, like working 1 to 11?
Working 1 to 11. That's right.
1 to, yeah, it was
Going around the clock.
around the clock.
I'm gonna apply some more pressure. Oh my goodness. How crazy you could be backed up by a Motaro teleport is something else, man.
Yeah, no, you could literally do anything you want, and it's like, oh, Motaro, I'm good.
Motaro, who was the safest investment in Mortal Kombat 1 history. I mean,
Stocks up.
If you invested in $MTRO early, you guys are living on an island like I am right now. It's insane.
Wow. Oh yeah, Aquaman is living it up. He's got monkey butlers too.
That's right.
Oh boy.
Oh, the rage. And is this enough? That's me. Close to 40. Does it in the combo. Goes for the wake up. Still alive though, and that is such a scary spot to be in. Empties the dash this time around. Gets him with the
Okay.
beyond stagger of a stand one right there. That's what we call a shimmy. Probably guessing command grab, guessing some kind of stagger, and this man Rogelio is alive.
Scraping.
Oh, no, but at what cost?
Scraping. Oh yes.
Ugh.
Scraping the crust off this Homelander. Okay. So seeing a lot more conversions happening, a lot less crazy scenarios, and more just like, I think it's you know, when you're playing a cameo like Farah, like you just go in and mix. Like it's very high reward, minimal risk gameplay. And I feel like sometimes you forget that when you're not used to, you know, diving into that mindset. Like, I just got to go for it. Like, I got to live and die by this. Yeah, you can up block the overhead. Yeah, the low is technically punishable if they're close enough, but, you know, there's also added layers to that where you can kind of make armor moves with, or you can kind of delay the overhead to bait out the up block. Speaking of mind games there, just when the teleports come in, not only is it the Motaro teleport you're worried about, but you're also worried about the Sector teleport. Oh boy, finds the connection. Take me back to those MKX days. Neutral jump punches of the demons. There we go. I'm not seeing any drops now. Love it, love it, love it. This is what I want. This is what I want to see. And that is the OS from that string. Don't have to really worry about whether they're going to block or get hit by it. You still get that special move that you want.
I certainly cleaned up the gameplay with it.
I mean,
Starting to, oh my goodness.
the crust is off, Mr. Aqua. The cut has been, the crust has been cut off. That's it. This is the Homelander. Uncrustables. The grape one or not non-grape. Uncrustables. I forgot the other. Strawberry or grape? I don't know why I forgot.
Strawberry 100%.
Strawberry
Not even
100%.
close.
Oh,
Yep.
I'm
said it.
classic guy. Grape. Give me the grape. It takes me out of it when I have a strawberry one, and I'm just like, what am I eating? Like it's too weird. I need to relive my childhood. We only had.
You still have your Neanderthal taste buds, man. You haven't gotten, you know, evolved enough as a human being to really appreciate strawberry with peanut butter.
That's it. Hey, strawberry. All right, for me, strawberry donut over chocolate or vanilla. Strawberry donut. Strawberry sprinkled donut. That's my go-to. All right. I'm sorry. You said don't get you hungry, and I'm still talking about food.
I'm starving.
That's okay. Again, not really gonna. You know, it's the normals on the wake up. I think that I think Rogelio's needs to be a little bit more aggressive on that wake up. Like, yeah, obviously he just won this and he's going up on there, but that forward 4 is coming out constantly on wake up. Just wants to cancel into the safe moves if it gets blocked, or go into a teleport, convert into a huge damage. Like, it's such a good button, but he's giving him too much breathing room. And I don't know if he's just because he's scared of the flamethrower, but there's also, you know, options for that as well. You know, you can, I believe, I'm just theory crafting here live on the spot, but I believe if you jump over early enough, you should be able to hit Motaro and the flamethrower. But obviously that's a call out, because if they don't wake up with flamethrower and they just wait for you, they can anti-air you with stand 1 on the other side. But, you know, you got to realize that an anti-air stand 1 combo is going to do as much as like a punishable standing state combo.
Come on.
So
What a bet.
I personally think that that's a risk that is worth it. All right, 2-1 in favor of this Homelander, which is, you know, it's crazy when you see people like tap into their secondaries, like how like the things just start clicking. And, you know, you're remembering your combos, you're remembering your offensive options. Great use of the command grab there, converting into Farah. Ooh, that was going to go for the, he was going for the T-pose, he was going for the low. And this is a little suspicious there. Going for a back throw to give him a little bit more breathing room. You know, you want to keep it, I get that you want to keep it like a mix-up. You know, the obvious throw tech would be towards the corner, but it's just too much to gain for the opponent, especially when there's like such a huge life lead in their favor. Like, Homelander feels so good walking back. Like, the walk back speed from Homelander is insane. His mid sweeping laser normal is insane. Hit confirmable into a ton of damage. And especially if Homelander is facing the corner, it is so hard not to feel locked down in this low overhead or command grab, you know, situation state. Finds a hit. Rocket coming down twice on that wake up.
Right now.
Just shooting.
Trying to Tiger Knee. Oh my goodness, even up close. Sending the rockets. Letting the projectiles do the work for them, but that low laser of Homelander finding its mark. One of, I would say, arguably the best normals that existed in Mortal Kombat 1 has been that laser. I mean, when it was a low undisputed, but even as a mid.
Just making him win for days. He should have committed. That was it. That was literally the win right there. Oh my gosh. The mids. He's not pressing anything. He's blocking these overheads, but that one did not get blocked. That was the super, so that was tight. There's no flawless block gap there, and I think afterwards he kind of got confused and wasn't sure what was going to happen, but that's the minimal, that's the one that you don't commit with. So if that did hit him, it wasn't going to mean anything, but because he blocked it, he was in a state where he just wasn't sure. And I believe that up close like that, afterwards, you are plus, but him just swinging again did work. It worked out for him. What a turnaround, man. Like, what a turnaround with this Homelander. I am absolutely impressed with how much on the fly he was able to just kind of adapt and change up the strategy and really tackle this awful matchup for their main character, for Geras. Like, you know, it's when you're playing at a high level like this, you got to utilize all the resources that you can, and that includes picking different characters on the character select screen. Yeah, you want to get known for being a character loyalist, but, you know, as Tweety says, all the props that you get for playing a non-top tier, those go away as soon as you turn off your console, as soon as you turn off your monitor. Like, those props mean nothing. Like, those props don't get you into the top 8 of Kolosseum season X. Like, that was amazing, man. That is hard to do. That is really, really tough to do. And on top of that, being in the right mindset after getting knocked into losers, huge, man. That was he was absolutely huge.
I hate to say it, but Rogelio was mentally checked out of this tournament after that loss.
He asked you to DQ.
Yep, he asked me to DQ him. And
He
I said,
asked
Are
you to
you
DQ.
sure about that? And he said, all right, who do I got to play and when? I said, you got to play next, and it's going to be
Who do I have
this.
to?
And he goes, okay, I'll play.
It's tough, man. It's there's a what's that? There's like a rule, right? Isn't there a rule that after after you lose, you can't be held accountable for what you say in the next 30 seconds?
Right? Yeah, exactly. There's definitely a grace period I feel like that you need.
Was that an old school thing? Isn't that what I feel like we used to say that? I feel like we used to say that during like Injustice 1 / MK9 that you can't be held liable. You can't be held liable for the shit you say for the next like 30 minutes after you lose. Like I want to say that might have been like a KTP. I want to say that might have been like a KTP podcast thing.
Take it to bracket.
I thought we were in bracket. Were we not in bracket?
We're going to the official bracket.
Oh, the real bracket.
Yeah.
Oh,
look at that thing.
Look at those bars.
For real.
We're ready. X is in the background. X ready to give it to you.
X is giving it to you guys right now. Here is the top 8 so far. We got one last spot to set. Rogelio's waiting on the winner of it. We also got Tragic and Mist. On the loser side, Shaletta, El Kukui and winners. Hourglass of Rain, Mari. On the other side there, it's going to be explosive. But let's set this final one. And unfortunate news, if you guys were just looking at that loser side of the bracket, B-Wood is DQing from losers, taking his 9th place and running. This match before that is going to be the match for top 8. Online Cal at a local today. He was unable to compete. Cal, unfortunately.
So we're done. This is the
this
one
is
more match.
One more
B-Wood.
match, and it's going to be Yakuza Knight versus Senecas.
Got it. So this one normally would have ended with having to go into another match.
Exactly.
But B-Wood unfortunately had to bow out, and that's okay. You still get points for 9th place. You still get points for 25th place, and you get a ton of points for 1st place. And that's what it's all about. It's about rewarding consistency, and that's really, and it's not, a few change ups from last season, not really up to qualifiers, not really up to, one-offs, if you will. It's about coming back over and over again. Just coming back and continuing. And it's also just such a great experience. If you're
Really good experience.
Whether you're like a top player or you're trying to get into it, trying to see, do I have what it takes? What is the ultimate test to see how good I can be at this video game that I love so much, or what I have to commit to it? And it's, I hate the mentality that I see from people sometimes about getting into a game late. Or it's too late for me to start playing Street Fighter. It's too late for me to start playing Mortal Kombat 1. It's not. And the reason it's not is because you still learn. You learn, and fundamentals carry over. You learn how things work in this game. And yeah, sometimes you got to change stuff up, but so many fundamentals cover. Oh yeah, what's up?
Go to the game, Rick.
Look at the game. Help me.
It's Bruce Lee.
It's Bruce Lee. I remember
the Mortal Kombat.
That's
Is
right.
he actually gonna rock it? He is rocking it.
Let's go.
And he's been riding Motaro, like I was telling you, since day one. This team has only gotten improved every single patch. Motaro now giving this team an extra 50 HP on top of the utility that it's already known for. Man, this is going back to Meta 1 with this matchup. Let's go. Mama Sindel on the screen as well with the Lao. And are we going to see any kind of Sindelification paired up with the Lao orbital hat, or is it just going to be classic low hat mixed behind the Scream Queen? Let's go.
Oh, okay. Easy conversion. Gonna pop up. Oh, drops the little ender there.
Ooh, broke the armor. Hello. Bicycle kicks.
That's a ton.
Shred. And something else to talk about is I feel like Motaro just himself is a huge counter to Sindel, because if you put out Reflect, what is she doing full screen with Lao hat and her projectile? Not a single thing. It's all being sent back to
That's true. That's true.
He's got Reflect.
And like I feel like before Tremor was like the talk of the town with Sindel, I feel like almost all of them used Lao Hat just to have more of a presence at full screen. Just have that extra projectile that you either want to throw out right away or hold on to so it can complement your normal projectile. It was just so good. And on top of that, the mix. What a block! Are you serious? He blocked a low overhead just like that?
I'm thinking that actually hit on the same frame and it turned into just a straight blockable because that looked like a tight one. Who knows what Seneca's coming out alive on that one. Clutch.
And yeah, I was gonna say that easily could have been in the favor of Sindel, but you know, just some super good defense, and you know, it's also like the ability to stay calm in that scenario where like, all right, here comes the crazy hard to blockable because you see it happening, but you have to just be like focused and ready and locked in to know when to stand, know when to crouch. Hairball a little too high.
Movement from Seneca's too to keep himself away from some of this airplay. Of Sindel and Yakuza again rocking havoc all last tournament. Like that he's showing us a nice little duplicitous edge to his gameplay. With Mama Sindel here playing a full screen active frame game.
Up block.
Seneca's. Show us your defense.
Oh, huge drop, huge drop, huge drop. Gonna lead into an awful situation. Literally gave up the round because of an execution error. Just coming out a little too late and leaving himself vulnerable to a full combo punish afterwards. Very heartbreaking. Oh, the empty jump got a little tricky there. He stood up expecting the overhead and at the exact same time launched out that low Kung Lao hat. What?
Oh, that was as
what?
the Lao hat was coming too. Yeah, holy crap, that was awesome.
And it's crazy because like the Motaro teleport has like some delay to it. Like it's fast, but it's not instantaneous. So you kind of have to, you really have to either anticipate or react to something like Lao hat coming at you there. Overhead gives you so much frame advantage to set up the low hat. That's why this team was such a staple back in the day. Back in the day before Tremor really became huge bread and butter with Sindel when it comes to offense. Forward throw, Kung Lao coming in, and Kung Lao coming back out. Ooh, oh my gosh. What, he was just mashing? He was
hit advantage from the fireballs to follow that up. That is a tough day to opposite. Holy crap, that all combo. Yakuza, calm down.
Somebody help. Somebody help.
Help that man.
Somebody help that man. Call his family. All right. Keeping it with Liu Kang. I heard this character's not good.
I have also heard that in the streets, but I've also heard that Sindel's not good in the street.
Oh, that's right. One nerf to her move, just useless. Now that was weird. So like the fireballs didn't combo, and he was able to block before Liu Kang came up behind him. So I think he didn't get it low enough where the fireballs all
sounds like a screeching.
That was so odd. I would
no
like
block stun at all on him apparently. Usually, you know, something traveling from full screen that far is gonna have some serious advantage to it, but it was just
yeah. But well, like I feel like also what happens sometimes is that like even when you're still in when you're still in hit stun, if something else whiffs, like you magically are able to block again. Like after you get hit by a down one, you can't combo into anything like that. Anyway, sorry, super technical. We're getting into it. The hair pokes, the forward one, the super nerfed, super useless move that all these Sindel players are crying about. Finding its way, finding the opening, dropping at the end. No.
He sacrificed for positioning, but he got no damage. Surely. Is the execution good this time? Yes. 400 and some change.
That's pretty. That was pretty expensive.
Wait a minute. All that just to get armored. All that for a drop of blood. He took 900 of her 950 bar there. Still losing the round. What a turn. I think out of the corner.
I think that was a smart move to go for the armor after flawless blocking something because he knew he was going to put his opponent in a mindset of like, well, he's not going to keep putting things on me because he knows I'm not taking any chip. Good challenge afterwards with that stand one. You know, instead of just
to get grabbed, okay.
Yeah, instead of just
time back to
Instead of just going for like a down one punish, just apply your pressure afterwards. Love the shimmy there. Definitely a throw tech attempt. The counter hit coming out. The counter hit icon just highlighting that you're doing absolutely what?
There it is.
That was
So
weird.
there is a unique property to when you start up the Mortaro Reflect, your hitbox is actually slightly in front of that bottom curvature of it. And it is a known thing that a low projectile can hit you when you try to start up the Mortaro Reflect. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. I'm saying that with some words.
I felt
still
it.
needs buffs.
There you go. Motaro stocks
said it.
way up, way up, way up, and you want them to go higher? You're greedy. Corporate greed.
How is it not Arkansas and how does it not reflect back? That's my question.
Challenging right away
Why does
on
it
wake
not
up.
reflect a projectile? Okay.
Dude, all right, I'll give it to you, but come on, man. Teleport, far teleport. You think that's fair? You think that's fair? When you're fighting sectors, you
Ares
think
had
that's
it and he was
fair?
bottom 2. Ares had it and he was bottom 2. That's all I'm saying.
He had no good
That's-
buttons. He
That's
had no
a
good
whole-
buttons.
That's a whole different game in
You-
ballpark.
you
He
need
couldn't
good
even move, He didn't have
buttons.
good buttons. He could go chill.
Yo, unblockable, still unblockable from the top ropes, but still bad.
Yeah, that's insane. An armored unblockable launcher. Say that with a straight face and say that that's a terrible character. That's insane.
OT.
Oh, can it break? Yes.
Yes, have to. This is final round situation.
But I do love that Motaro turns everyone into Ares in this game.
Speaks
Oh,
to
that's
you.
crazy on Motaro. That's down.
Ducking under all of that. Ducking under all of that. And yeah, you do build a little bit of meter as Liu Kang, but you're giving up so much real estate and you're finding yourself in the corner. Oh boy, other side, easy conversion.
All right, Sin. Take us to a set 1-1 in this final one. We're top 8 in week 3 of the Kolosseum. If you guys think that you can enter this tournament and beat these guys, sign up for week number 3. Next Saturday, same time, 6 p.m., same place.
Sign up, start.gg/Kolosseum. That's KOLOSSEUM. Super easy. I got it memorized now. I'm saying it in my sleep. All right? I'm ready. I'm ready for next
Burning
time.
the retinas. Whoa, the black and red looks kind of clean on Lou here. Hold on a second.
Okay. You guys can also find out more information on the Start.gg if you guys want to donate to the prize pool, because this is all based
Oh, we haven't talked about
on
all stream.
all stream. We have. Please.
Not once.
These guys are struggling. Not once did we talk about you donating
That's
to the
crazy.
prize pool. Hit up that link super quick. Let's get that prize pool huge. I know we just started, but it's never too early to get people to play for more and more money, because you're enjoying it. Clearly, you're watching it. You love high-level Mortal Kombat. So if you can, obviously we don't want you letting your family starve or anything, but if you can, a few bucks here or there can go a long way for some players.
And that's how the last 2 seasons have been here, just a little bit over time. You know, over the 8 weeks, we raised money from crowdfunding, and a lot of it usually comes in during the finale. So it's much appreciated, guys. And please, spaced it tonight so far. It's just been bracketology nonstop since the beginning. But we are raising money. If you guys like what you see, if you guys want to see the players play for a little bit more at the end of all of this, feel free to donate to that Matcherino, and you can donate free to the Matcherino by hitting the claim code button. It'll put 25 cents in the prize pool for free. Thank you guys so much for your support throughout the years for Kolosseum. We've been able to raise a shit ton of money. That 100% goes right into the players' pockets for their time and effort in this thing. Much appreciated.
Definitely love it. Any amount you want. Any little or any much. Very much.
Very much.
Fight.
I said he goes find his first lead in the set.
Oh, that was scary. Down 3ing like right in front of somebody's face as Sindel. Like, I will say that is a terrifying, because that it has a lot of recovery, but basically because it has so much range.
Hers and range down 3s have kind of the same property, and they're incredibly punchable a lot. My first offline tournament match, Arma, I did 2 down 3s with rain and died. They both got punished by Melina Scorpion for 50+.
That's sweet. Oh, I remember that team. that was the glass cannon team.
Sure was.
That team was crazy.
I got 1-2'd in. All right, GG's.
1-2. It's better than going DQ in 2. That's the worst. Like, I don't even get to play. I just get a DQ in 2. Trash. overhead, watch out. You can cancel into it at any point. I feel like the Sindel mentality with like wanting to block overhead is like the opposite effect of like when you're blocking Sub-Zero, where like he can cancel into slide whenever he wants, or with Sindel it's kind of the opposite, where she can cancel into the cartwheel whenever she wants, and that's an overhead. And it's what?
Yes.
What did you just what? I saw a down one attempt to get punished and nothing but whiff. Imagine if he did forward 4 knowing it was gonna whiff and punished it. Imagine. If I was them, I would look at that in the replay to see, because that was bananas. Who wouldn't?
Crazy interaction so far in this one, across the board.
Who wouldn't down one back in that situation? Like, oh boy.
Break? No? You're holding this? You beat a man?
Yeah, because I feel like the damage was already done. Oh, that could have been worse. That could have been so much worse, but he was so preemptively locked in on hitting down one when he came out of block stun. No, it put him in the wrong.
He the wrong teleport. Not a fit advantage again. There's just wildness everywhere in this set so far. Yakuza, can he close out here? 6 bars to play with.
He's scared of the throw. He's scared of the throw. He's scared of the throw constantly. That's why he got shimmied twice in a row there. And that's why he teched the throw the first time. Oh, overhead. Even if he blocked it, it would have died.
Yeah.
He would have had to flawless block.
Right there was kind of over. Once he took the hit advantage of the down 3, I should say.
Sindel.
All right. So you're an expert in Motaro. What happened there with that weird teleport situation?
So the thing about the Motaro teleport is sometimes sometimes Motaro drinks a gallon of moonshine before appearing on the screen.
Okay. Yeah, it was odd. Like you could see that and it was gonna be a conversion, and I don't think it would have killed him because the 3 bars were still available there, but it definitely like threw off his game plan, and it put him in this weird scramble situation, this bad mentality that you don't want to have when you mess up something. So is it like, was it the side switch that like he pressed the wrong?
Yeah, he definitely pressed the wrong input of Motaro, because there you just have to do regular Motaro, which is the teleport. But
What's the input for that?
That was mid teleport, which I think is folding forward or down on the teleport.
So it's just bad input.
Down, and then up as far.
Bad input.
Yep.
That's tough, man. And you know, that also speaks to like how tough it is to play when you're playing with so much on the line here. You know, you're trying to get into this top 8. You're trying to get into, you know, hopefully the finale at the end of the season, and you're so close, man. Going down here 1 game before the top 8. That is heartbreaking. That sucks. But you know, that's kind of, these are the scenarios that really mold people into, you know, the fighters that they can be. That could have been an easy pickup, and it's so rare to see Sindel drop a screen conversion like that.
And you know, like a couple of moments in here, Syndicus has had a couple of huge chances for punishes, and they just haven't been there. It's been both a pre-commitment to something that he thought about, you know, assuming that the combo was either going to complete, etc., etc., etc. Bring this back. Synthetic weave has been eaten alive.
Synthetic. That's not real. Where'd she get? What salon did she get that?
That's
in?
horsehair. No, that's from the poor centaurs. What do you think happened to them? Why do you think they're going extinct?
Why are they gone?
The Royals needed their hair, bro. The Royals needed their hair.
No, I don't think this Sindel would do that. Maybe MK11 Sindel, not this one. All right, ducking right under, and that's what it is. It's not, you don't really get anything from those fireballs, but you do lose a ton. And once you get into the corner, your mobility is shot to like almost nothing. Nice anti-air, beautiful anti-air. I'm surprised she didn't jump over to the other side to force the breaker to keep the side switch, but that's okay. We got a back throw. You're always 1 back throw away from switching the sides, and that's pretty much going to be all she wrote. Sindel taking this. Yakuza showing us a little bit of that character diversity, tapping into the portfolio of characters that they have, and maybe keeping people guessing for what's going to happen in the top 8 tomorrow.
Absolutely. I'd be kind of shook as far as who he's going to play.
Yeah, I mean, what matchups do you really have to study? Who do you have to get games with? Like, you're going to look for the Sindel players? Like, maybe. And then it's also like, I feel like there's types of players that can really adapt and be a little bit more fluid and go into other characters, and then there's also players that just don't want to do that. They would rather struggle with the bad matchups, or pick a specific cameo to try to overcome that bad matchup. To kind of just add a little bit more arsenal, to more tools to their arsenal. All right, Mari versus Hourglass, and again, this is going down tomorrow, guys, in the top 8 broadcast. Then it's El Kukui versus Chuleta. We got Mist going up against Tragic, and then we got Yakuza Knight, as we just saw. Yeah, that's going to be the blank that you see there. That just got filled in. Wow, that's stream magic. That's stream magic.
Pretty sick, right?
I love it. Going up against Regilio, who almost DQ'd themselves out of the lower bracket. So again, guys, remember that general rule. After you lose, you're not liable for what you say for the next 30 seconds or 30 minutes.
That's right. It will not be used against you in a court of law here. Sometimes.
I don't know. Is it 30 seconds or 30 minutes? What's the statute of limitations on?
Seconds. Come on.
Offline?
A half hour. Yeah. You gotta walk
okay, no, that's it. You're right. Online, 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Offline,
30 minutes. Do you remember when Forever King said he would never not get top 8, and then he didn't get top 8, and then he immediately went on Tester Might to write this super long toss? Oh, let's go. We got some donations here. Donate to the prize pool. Current prize pool up over $100, guys. We did it. Over $100. This is only week 2, and it's only going to get bigger. So if you guys aren't competing in this and you think you're good, and you either need a reality check or a regular check, I mean, you're going to get one of those, right? At Kolosseum.
You definitely get an experience here. That's for sure. Now, what that experience is really up to you, the consumer. But thank you so much to Struggling Black putting in $50 to the prize pool there. Thank you so much, Struggling. A bunch of people using the coupon codes as well. J Parks put in 25 at the end of the last one, and he said, let me please see some animalities. And we went a whole other show without a single animality. My man is giving you guys money to see animalities, and you're busting his balls.
It's not good. We're gonna have a private
top 8.
We're gonna have private conversation with everybody in top 8 tomorrow. Whoever gets the most animality. I'm just kidding. But yeah, let's show some animalities live on stream. This is no more matches for today's broadcast,
yes,
but
that was it.
This is lining up for amazing top 8 tomorrow. We will be back tomorrow night. I won't be back, but I am very happy to have been here tonight.
So for real.
I had a blast. Really, really fun time here. And
now, before we get out of here, I'm going to give you the floor because, again, guys, Arma is running a lot of tournaments himself in the offline realm. Tell him about it. It's MKNJ that happens every couple of months right now.
Or every month. Yeah, we're struggling right now to get a solid venue, but what is consistent is our weeklies that we run. Yeah, I know, dude. It's crazy. You know what? It's tough. Yeah, we're having private conversation of how much venue fees and venue prices have increased in the last 12 to 13 years, however long. I think we both start with Street Fighter 4. That was kind of our introduction to the FGC.
Hell yeah! It was a great introduction, by the way.
Oh, that was the renaissance of fighting games. Like, honestly, if Street Fighter 4 didn't happen, I don't think MK9 would have happened. Like, MK9 would have just been another 3D game with bad walk movement, with mini game transition. Honestly, like, look, I know everyone has like rose tinted glasses when they're looking back at the old 3D games. Absolutely. Some of them are good. I 100% believe that MK vs DC is a terrible game. Like, not even just like about the imbalance, but just like trying to play and move in that game, awful. If you go back to the 3D era, it's Deadly Alliance. Deadly Alliance is the best one. It's the one that feels the best. If you're looking for like a fighting game, it's good. It's good. It only
Deadly Alliance is my favorite.
It's because you're a fighting game player. All right, but we do have consistently in New Jersey, in North Jersey.
Show them it.
Yes, let's check it out. Every Friday night, we do Friday night fights at Gamers Grove. It's a very nice LAN center. Everyone's got their own screen. Nice, a nice gamer chair. Some audio. Super easy to just kind of
It looks
lock
super
in.
esports every time that I see pictures from this weekly.
It is. It's very
They got
esports
the
in
neon
that.
lights. They got the nice
got-
setups.
We got clouds. We have
It's at a
the
LAN
fake.
center, right?
Yeah, it's at a very nice new LAN center. It's like only a year old. So a lot of great equipment there. Monitors, the sounds, the splitters, everything is great. So it's a great opportunity to not even just like go into a bracket, but also meet people in the community. And they don't kick us out until midnight. So a lot of players stay till midnight just playing offline games and just trying to get better at Mortal
Which is why the
Kombat.
Northeast scene's getting so strong too. Is that they have these events like this, which is a shout out to you as well, Arma.
It's been a mission, but it's been a very fun and fulfilling one to just kind
Hell
of
yeah.
to give and create something that that me and you had, and I think that we took for granted when in our younger days, because I know you had a lot of a big local scene in your area as well. But
Yes, and to see it go through the trials and tribulations, after was really hard, and it hit like every local across the board.
yeah. So
Seeing kind of everything happen, and then us going through the the COVID era together, all of us, I as well am hoping to see offlines make a really big comeback, because without them, if we're stuck to only online, we're fucked as far as mentally, physically, humanly, because missing that human interaction is crucial, because that to me is where we are grounded in and from, is human to human connections. Here online, everything's fake. Everything. We are
this
fucking.
it's not real, guys. It's not.
Yep, it isn't real.
He's not underwater. He's not.
Nope, I am
He's
not.
not. That
I am
is
not
bullshit.
a fish man.
That is
Okay.
bullshit.
I'm 1000% more attractive in person. That's what's crazy.
All
It's a
right.
complete lie. It's a fabrication on here.
That's it. It's not real. It's all simulation. All right. So we do Friday nights, and we also collaborate on Tuesday nights. This venue is a little bit different. This venue is in Bloomfield, New Jersey. Again, also North Jersey, where we collaborate with the team over at Iron Grid. So I go there personally to run Mortal Kombat 1, and Iron Grid runs all the other games. Usually I loosely use the term running, because all I do is go have some beers, play DDR, and mash buttons, and that's me running the tournament. Very fun. So it's an arcade that's on free play. All the games are on free play, no quarters required, and access to the arcade is included with your venue fee. And they also have a bar with some delicious beer on tap. I'm a big fan of all IPAs, so I have a blast every Tuesday night just playing games with some community members and just being in a great space where people are yelling, playing Street Fighter 6, playing the new Fatal Fury game, Tekken 8, Guilty Gear. Everything is here if you're a fighting game player. Every Tuesday night at the arcade. This one's a little bit more grassroots. It's not at a LAN center, so you kind of just got to go with the flow. Very reminiscent of the old 8 on the break days, where we literally used to play on top of a pool table.
I remember that.
on bar stools, and I'm like, this sucks, but I love it.
Everyone had their like chicken tenders and steak in the background from the bar. I remember that.
It's good times. Good times.
All right, guys. Before we get out of here, I want to talk about two things as well, which is from us here at the Kolosseum. One is what people are playing for, not just the money, Arma, but this season I finally got us an official Kolosseum trophy, 3D made by a great artist using our actual skull here from the Kolosseum. You guys are seeing and looking at the official Kolosseum trophy. Here for Season X, the grand champion is going to be taking this sexy, beautiful thing home. It's incredible. I want it, but I don't have the skill possessed to
Too bad.
here in the Kolosseum. It really is a shame. There's even miniature skulls all around the base of it there, which
That's cool.
which are the conquered victims of our champion. There, to be, and still a bit more work being done on it too. But there it is,
How many skulls are there?
like 40 at the bottom. It's insane.
That's awesome.
He has 3 mountains surrounding that pillar.
Just the
Of
king of the
skulls
mountain.
inside the Colosseum. Yes. So that is what's at stake here, and I want to give a huge shout outs to a company I've been pushing here in Season X. Just a partner of ours here. It is a guitar company, Worth
Let's
Guitars USA. Here in the United States, it's a very small team, just 3 guys in a wood shop, hand making from scratch incredible quality guitars from the ground up. They are blowing up on the East Coast. Every band in the area are using these guys. They're trying to grow across the countryside, and I wanted to help them there. Again, just 3 guys. You saw them there at the top, making these gorgeous handmade models from scratch. They do 100% custom work, 100% inlay custom work. They can 3D manipulate wood, just like people do with PVC. They're able to do that kind of stuff with wood as well. Again, in the inlays, they do incredible mother of pearl work, completely custom. Yeah, there you go, custom inlays on all models. Just gorgeous. I've seen dragons, I've seen deers, I've seen all kinds of stuff there. Yeah, there's the dragon. Look at that. There's a dragon inlaid in that guitar. And check them out, worthguitarsusa.com. And a little bit of kicker, I said this is a really small team. It's a mom and pop shop of just 3 guys. Let's scroll back up to the top, Rick. This is so close to home that the gentleman you see on the right in that photo or in that video is my father. He is one of the 3 guys.
Daddy Aqua.
At Worth Guitars. That is Daddy Aqua right there on the right. He is a bass player. That is actually his custom bass over his right shoulder. That is his custom fretless bass. That is absolutely beautiful. With its own custom pattern to it and everything. He's the bass player. The other 2 are electric players, have been playing since the 80s. All 3 of them are master craftsmen and musicians, lifelong musicians. It is just a match made in heaven. If you guys want to get a custom guitar or one of their own models, check them out. Worth Guitars USA. I want to give them a big shout outs and good luck to them. I know a lot of people that watch this are also big into music. Definitely check them out if you want to get involved. Thank you so much for watching this week, guys. I don't want to keep you any longer. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Top 8 Arma. Thank you so much for stopping by, man. I know you got a family to get back to. Get back to them, man. Thanks for hanging out with some Mortal Kombat. All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Take care. Peace.